thing. If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family. There's no family.
There's no family like my family.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations. With 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future, T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
As McKeon Park begins to fill up, we stand ready for Harbor Hawks baseball as they host the Harwich Mariners. Merry Christmas in July, everyone. We welcome you inside the booth. My name is Nico Sharp. I'm here alongside Josh Schreiber and Grant McNew. Guys, we're here for a really important game.
Yeah, exactly right. Like you said, Christmas in July, a bit of a celebration going on in the stands. And like you said, starting to fill up. I expect a big crowd tonight. It's Friday night, Christmas in July. Santa Claus is here, as are the Harwich Mariners. Josh, this should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, not only Christmas in July, but also a pretty impressive matchup. Just a few days ago, we had a very exciting game in Harwich. The Harbor Hawks got out to a quick lead early on, had a 5-1 lead before Harwich ended up tying that game. That game ended in a tie. Hyannis didn't get the chance to rebuttal after that 3-run inning that Harwich had. They'll certainly be looking for some revenge here tonight.
Yeah, and adding on to that, like you said, didn't get a chance to bring it back all the way. Thank you, Lightning, for getting rid of the lights in Harwich. That was just an unfortunate circumstance. The Lightning struck the night before. No lights, had to end it early due to darkness. Nico.
Yeah, what a perfect leeway into this game. You know, that game ended in a tie. Felt like the Harbor Hawks should have won that one. You know, we had the lead and just barely, they just crept back, came back in late in the game, never got a chance to respond. But, guys, let's talk about starting pitcher here. We got Zach Volker for the Harbor Hawks and Reed Easterly for the Mariners. Let's start with Volker. We actually got to call Volker's game in Wareham, so we got to see him a lot. So let's kind of dig into him.
Yeah, and what a start that was for him in Wareham. Not his most recent start, but he did go 5 no-hit innings, and it was a great bounce back after those 2 starts against Katuitt, where, you know, wasn't his best start. Bounces back against Wareham, has a great game against Bourne as well. A little bit of a command issue with 4 walks, but he really kind of just scrapped. He's a 5-pitch guy. He scrapped the changeup, scrapped the cutter, went 4-seam, curveball, slider, and was pretty effective overall. Just gave up 1 run 4 innings, 4 strikeouts. So they're going to look for more of that, and maybe he can bring that changeup, bring that cutter back into the picture here tonight.
Yeah, and you talk about him starting his first couple of games against Katuitt, and it wasn't the Katuitt right now that's kind of on a cold streak. It was peak Kettleer baseball.
Yep.
This is when they were still handling everybody in the entire Cape Cod League. So really, like we said, in Wareham, a bit of a buzzsaw really hurt his numbers. Coming back in Wareham, 5 hitless innings, absolutely shoved, as we have said multiple times. Had, again, 4 walks, like we mentioned before in his last appearance. Played well overall, though.
Yeah, no doubt. And actually, someone who's down there, don't worry, Bria Losick is staying down with our bullpen. We'll send down to Bria.
From McKeon Park, I'm Bria Losick, pregame with quite a pair on this Harbor Hawks team. We've got Jamie Arnold here and Darren Horn, and Coach Beatty just alluded to it. You guys have maybe the best bromance on the team. What do you guys have to say about that?
I love this kid. When I met Jamie, I didn't know there was another person that could be like me. And then I met him, and I was like, oh, my God, there's another weirdo out there like me.
You guys are always around each other during games, doing whatever we ask as interns. You've done trivia, you've done these interviews, all kinds of things. What's been your favorite so far?
Not trivia. Probably just interviews, with the camera.
I'd have to say going up in the booth and being a part of the broadcast. That was probably the best part.
Okay, we're going to get a little sentimental here because, one of our last interviews together, all 3 of us. So what's your favorite thing about Mr. Darren Horn over here?
His spin rate is so high. That's got to be my favorite thing. Yeah.
Rumors have it it's the highest in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
On the Cape Cod.
On the Cape Cod. Yeah, trivia question. Yeah. Okay, Darren, what's your favorite thing about Jamie?
My favorite thing about Jamie is he does a gyro sweeper. Oh, nah, Jamie's just the man. He comes to the field every day, and he's just a good guy, just making me laugh, Thank you. Yeah, man.
There's some rumors that you might be transferring to Florida State to join Jamie. Are those true?
Portal's closed. Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Will there be a visit, though, at some point?
Yeah, I have family in South Carolina, so I might make my way up there. I go to Ocean Isle, which is pretty close. It's close to Myrtle Beach. I might be up there.
I interrupted you eating Chick-fil-A to come over here and do this interview. So I'm going to ask you, what are both of your Chick-fil-A orders?
Spicy chicken sandwich with Colby Jack cheese, side of mac, and then either another sandwich or nuggets with ranch.
Okay. Darren?
I get a grilled chicken sandwich, a crispy chicken sandwich, a spicy chicken sandwich, and a 10-piece nugget with buffalo sauce. And yes, I do. And mac and cheese, and a side of mac and cheese.
So you're hot tonight. You might be pitching.
I'll be good.
Is that what you ate before?
Yes, I'll be good. Actually, at Chick-fil-A today. Dan, actually, the president of the Harbor Hawks, gets mad at me for eating. He calls it chicken fillet, and he says I'm going to have a heart attack by the age of 40 if I keep eating it. But no, I just got to keep eating it. It's pretty good.
Okay, what is the best meal that you've been provided so far by the Harbor Hawks?
Olive Garden. No, I'm just kidding. Black Hat.
Black Hat Tavern? Okay.
Yeah, Black Hat was probably the best. No, Bobby Burns was actually up there. York just brought up Bobby Burns. Bobby Burns was up there. They just had chicken fingers and cheeseburgers.
Okay, we've got a special presentation here. Pre-game show special.
He loves Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
So here you go. Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Of course. Anything for Darren.
Do you have a question to ask Darren at all?
What's your favorite act of violence or crime?
Jaywalking.
Jaywalking. Okay.
I got a question for you. I got a question for Jamie. How do you like your meat cooked?
Medium rare.
Okay. That's a good answer.
All of the hard-hitting questions here on the pregame show. We're going to get the game going. We'll go back to the booth, but watch for both of them around the ballpark. I'm sure they'll be doing all sorts of things during this day. All right, back to you guys.
It's a great interview, Bria. Guys, I loved that so much. I loved hearing about the connection that these bullpen guys have really built together, and that translates to the field. We've seen success over and over again from our bullpen throughout this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jamie Arnold and Darren Horn have probably formed, as Coach Beatty said down on the field to them, they've formed one of the best bromances he has ever seen, and honestly I've ever seen, and it's really translated to on the field. These bullpen guys, they love each other, they love spending time with each other, and it's showing on the field.
Yeah, and that's a key part of our success so far, of the Hyannis Harborhawks' success in the bullpen. The fact that they are friends, they are buddies, having a good time out there, going out and playing good baseball.
Yeah, no doubt, guys. And another southpaw we didn't get to talk about is on the mound for the Mariners today, Reed Easterly.
Yeah, Easterly is a left-hander, 3-pitch mix. To righties, he's going to go fastball, slider, changeup. To lefties, really just fastball, slider. But he's the guy, he doesn't throw that hard, sitting around 88, 89 miles per hour with that fastball, has a little bit of an arm side run action to it. And really, he's been pitching to contact so far on the Cape, about a 24% chase rate, which isn't anything too impressive. Going to really start off with a lot of fastballs, so the Harborhawks need to jump on him early.
Yeah, one of those guys that's kind of pitching for contact, and like we've seen, especially here lately, and guys, we talked about this before we went live, the Harborhawks have been punishing contact pitchers rather. They've really, and not even bad contact pitching, it's punishing them for pitching in the zone in general. So this is one of those guys that it could spell danger for Hyannis, but it also could be a big, fat green light getting them ready to go.
Yeah, no doubt. And they're going to have to focus on away. We've seen it through game and game. Easterly loves to attack away. It's fastballs away, hides that changeup behind the fastball, and he kind of executes it very well. Works very well on both sides of the plate, but he loves attacking early. He's going to throw strikes. It's going to be often. So our Harborhawks hitters have to be ready, because we'll get behind early and counts very quickly if we're not careful.
Yeah, good eyes here are going to be the key. So people like Zach York are going to have to step up and play disciplined batting. You've got to know what to swing at, when to swing. You have to be good at batting.
Absolutely. And just one more point on Easterly. He does like to go, he likes to change the eye level up and down. So he's going to change eye levels that way, and some guys like to go in and out. He goes up and down with that fastball and changeup mix.
Yeah, it's a dangerous guy. We talked about this before the game, actually. He works up and down, but he also is not afraid to put it right on the righty's hands. He has command in his fastball. He has command in that changeup. He has command in his slider. So it's a dangerous guy. If he gets going, it's going to be dangerous for the Harborhawks hitters, because he will work ahead and work quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting behind in the count, that's something obviously you don't want to do, right? You don't want to play in a pitcher's count. But at some point, it seems like that's going to be inevitable here, a guy that is looking for foul balls, looking for soft contact.
Yeah, no doubt, guys. And this is a big game, right? So we talked about it for the Harborhawks. We're second in the West.
Right.
And they stand currently third in the East. So a big game for both teams to build leverage throughout the season.
And also the final home game before the All-Star break for the Harborhawks, and it's coming up soon, but I talked to Coach Eric Luxus about it, and he did mention the importance of getting that final win with their team playing so well going into the break. You want to go in with that momentum to the final stretch of the season.
Yeah, no doubt. It's all about momentum, and we seem to have it right now. So hopefully before the All-Star break, we'll keep this momentum and then use that and come out and keep that momentum to build this lead and really catch up to Katuitt, who's in first right now.
Yeah, and that's something that we're going to touch on a lot during the game, I feel like. So I don't want to hit it too hard right now, but like you said, catching that first-place spot in Katuitt throughout the rest of the season, that's the main focus right now for Hyannis, and playing good ball and playing disciplined baseball is how you're going to do that.
Yeah, no doubt. And they're doing everything right so far. We're 8-1-1 in our last 10 games. So it just seems like we're being able to put it all together. We've talked about it time and time again. We just seemed like that 500 team.
Right.
It was win one, lose one, win two, lose one. It just felt like we were right at that 500 line. And since then, we have really broken apart.
Yeah, and going into last night, Orleans was the final team that Hyannis had not beaten yet this season, and then they beat them convincingly, winning 15-5 yesterday. They really attacked those pitchers, and what was it? I believe it was 3 home runs that they hit in that game. So,
yeah, no doubt. And Josh, you got a chance to talk to Coach Lexus, so we'll send it to you right now for a quick word.
Down here by the dugout for the coaches show, joined by Coach Eric Luxus. And Coach, impressive win last night in Orleans. Got a nice start. Nice 5 innings out of Jack O'Connor yesterday. What did you see and what did you like from him?
He just competes extremely well. He's a high competitor. He's a big, strong kid. He commands the strike zone. Actually didn't get off to a very good start. Gave up 2 in that first inning, but avoided the huge inning. And, he came back into the dugout saying that's all they're going to get the whole game. And, he was right. That was all they got while he was still on the mound. So, it was a really good outing from him. And, Sibley coming in last night, the guy on third, and was able to kind of get through that inning right there and get out of that huge jam with nobody out, and, our offense took care of the rest from there.
Yeah, and then today you got Zach Volker going for you guys, making his 5th start. What are you looking from him after he's really started to get into a rhythm recently?
We're just trying to find that consistency. We just need him to be the same guy that he's been for us the last few weeks. He mixes pitches extremely well. It makes him so difficult to hit, and, batters never really know what's coming, and that's what makes him really good.
What does his 5-pitch mix mean, or I guess how does that help him attack these hitters in the Cape when, you got the best hitters in the country having those 5 pitches that he can use consistently?
He's got those 5, and, I wouldn't say that one of them's better or worse than the other one. All 5, he's got his fastball, and then the other 4 pitches are all his second pitch. They're all equal and they're even, and, he throws any pitch in any count, and it's amazing that he's able to have such command and keeps the hitters more off balance than anybody else that we have. So we're just hoping for another one of those outings from Zach tonight.
And then final home game before the All-Star break. How important is it to end off on a good note going into the second part of the season?
Well, we've been playing really good baseball lately. I think we're 9-1 in our last 10, so we've been playing really good. So we want to head into that All-Star break knowing that we got a chance to win this thing. And, we got a full bullpen tonight. We got Zach on the mound, and our offense has been swinging the heck out of it. So hopefully it's a good night to be a Hawk.
All right, thank you, Coach. Back to baseball after this.
Retirement strategies come in all shapes and sizes. One strategy does not fit all when it comes to reaching your retirement goals. And considering all your options may be, more than you want to think about. So whether you're looking to retire or already living in retirement, you need a strategy tailor-made for you.
Fairway Financial can create a personal retirement strategy just for you, designed to take care of you and your loved ones. Call us today at 508-398-3337.
We welcome you back to McKean Field as first pitch is just moments away. But guys, we talked about Volker a little bit. Let's take a look at his numbers.
Yeah, Zach Volker has been really just a cornerstone of this pitching rotation since almost day one, making his 5th start today. He's got a 4.1 ERA, a 1.24 whip through 15 1/3, a 16-8 K to walk ratio, and last time out against Bourne went 4 innings, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So really just wants to fix that command here tonight and get that 5-pitch mix going.
Yeah, that guy that won the Sam Ellinger Award on the Early Bird Pod, a guy that came back, right, from those Katuitt games and had a good outing against Wareham, had a solid outing, not great, but a solid outing in his last appearance versus Bourne, like you said. And he's looking to continue his really good streak of pitching.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you guys said, he did have 4 walks, had a little bit of a command issue. But giving up only 1 run, it is what's so important. And even if you don't have your best stuff, even if you don't have it all, to be able to find a way to be successful is so huge. And 1 earned run just that and give your chance team to win.
Yeah, and with that, we'll take a quick look at the opposing lineup for the Harwich Mariners as well. There you see number 36, Jacob Humphrey, the center fielder, followed by number 25, Seaver King, the second baseman. Then we're going to see number 34, Kevin Carstetter, the DH. And batting cleanup, number 7, Kalen Culpepper, the third baseman. Next out, Ethan Anderson, the first baseman, wearing number 23. Devin Obie, wearing number 24, playing right field. Then you're going to have Elijah Lambris, the left fielder, wearing number 35. Andrew Yu, the catcher, wearing 14. And Ali Camarillo, the shortstop, wearing number 30.
Yeah, this is a Mariners who stand at the plate, who have been seeing the ball very well. Had a very convincing win against Katuitt yesterday, and we've seen how good Katuitt has been on the mound, so that just shows how good that Harwich was last night. And that'll bring off the leadoff, Jacob Humphrey here as Volker sets in. Let's begin a game, guys. Let's have a game in the producer and the broadcast, huh?
I'm excited. Let's do it.
All right, Volker stands in. Ooh, attacks early with the fastball, 1-0. Comes in at 81.
Jacob Humphrey at the plate here, a junior from UMass Lowell. One of our rivals over at UMass.
Volker sets and deals. Bends it over off speed to even the count up to 1-1.
Yeah, that's one of those things we've talked about. His breaking ball is usually worked in right after the fastball. Doesn't like to go back-to-back too much with it, but you'll see it every now and then. But right there, you saw him break it away after the fastball.
Yeah, and then try to bring that fastball right in behind it. Yeah, Volker, a guy not afraid to throw a curveball when behind the count. He loves to be able to locate all of his pitches at any count, at any moment.
Yeah, he really likes to play a lot of his pitches off of that fastball.
Volker sets in, breaks it off again. Good curveball right there to even the count back to the 2s.
Yeah, Jacob Humphrey here was an All-American East second-team winner. His second major conference award, by the way. Hitting .317 right now.
Volker, the 2-2. Off speed, breaks it off the play for strike 3. Gets his first strikeout of the day.
That's a beautiful pitch there by Volker. Set him up right there with, he had the big breaking curveball that was just kind of a get-me-over pitch for a strike, followed it up with one in the dirt, as you're about to see right here. Look at this. Execution was just perfect by Volker.
And the frame job right there as well was pretty nice, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah, fastball out in the corner, got him. And he goes first pitch sliders, little glove side there, goes to 1-0. That'll bring up number 25, Seaver King, up to the plate.
Seaver King hitting .418 so far on the year, having just a ridiculous season so far.
And that was a ball up the middle, and it does get through just by the sliding glove of Eric Snow.
Yeah, you saw Snow go for it there. And while we have a moment, why don't we take a look at the Hyannis field to check out the defense. In outfield from left to right, Taylor, Lipsy, Earhart. In the infield, Ike, Gazdar, Snow, and York. You're going to have Parker behind the dish. Cam Smith is the DH, and on the bump is Zach Volker, like we said before.
Yeah, Cam Smith getting the rare half night off, DHing here tonight, as Ike making his first start at third base here for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
Volker, first time working from the stretch today. First ball is low in the zone for ball 1.
Yeah, 1-0 count here, runner on first. Already have an out on the board. That's a solid start here in the top of the first. Not necessarily looking for a perfect inning. There's a throw there to York. But not necessarily, you don't need perfect innings out of Volker right now. You don't expect that Wareham game over and over again. But just a solid start is really all you need if you're Hyannis.
As ball 2 goes low in the dirt here. Let's see if Volker can really snap back. Gotten behind the counts. That's 2 at-bats in a row. Really look forward to see. Wouldn't be surprised if he did break a curveball here for a strike. Would not be surprised at all, as we've seen his tendencies.
Kevin Karstetter up to bat right now. Kind of a newbie for Harwich. Just 11 at-bats so far. As he takes that one in for a strike, but hitting over 500 as he's just 6 for 11. But a great start transferring to Arizona State for this upcoming season. Came from JUCO.
Yeah, and 6'3", a tall frame in that batter's box.
Volker looks over in the pitch. Off speed. Good pick by Parker. Throws over to first. Just beats it back is King.
Yeah, York right there a little bit in front of the bag, it looked like. And King able to get back behind him away from the tag. That was big right there by King, because if he gets out there, momentum shifts as Hyannis approaches the offensive end.
Yeah, King tried to get a dirt ball read right there. Got a little huge secondary. Parker with a great snag behind home plate. Volker the 3-1, and it is fouled straight back to make the count 3-2.
Yeah, Karstetter wanted that one, kind of hopping around in the batter's box, as you could see right after swinging at it. Was right on it, though.
Yeah, just seemed to miss this one. That'll bring the count to 3-2, 1 out, with Seaver King still on first base. 3-2 delivery. Runner goes. Strike him out, throw him out. Great play there by the Harbor Hawks to finish the inning. A little strike him out, throw him out to end the inning.
Yeah, double trouble right there. Aaron Parker closing it out. How about that?
Yeah, what a way to end the inning. And that'll do it. It is still 0-0. This is the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile? Yep.
T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-It-all, let's see if you right about that.
Mama. Hey, Mama, I'm working.
It works at the pie shop.
T-Mobile's 5G works inside and out. Hey, what you need, Mama? I'm trying to watch the game with my boys.
It works in the park.
Oh, okay. Mama?
It works at the aquarium, in the parking garage, at the beach, in the elevators. It works in the movie theater, too. Oh, shush yourself. I'm talking to my baby.
You're driving me crazy.
I was just calling you to say thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too, Mama. Yes, Mama.
It works in the kitchen.
Hell, Mama.
Mama?
5G, it works in the cloud.
Who are you on a club with?
All about it. Hell, Mama.
And we are back after that strike him out, throw him out. Guys, let's take a look how the Harborhawks face up on the lineup.
Yeah, leading off for the Harbor Hawks, it's Zach Earhart in that leadoff spot. Then Cam Smith batting second. Zach York batting third, followed by Brandon Ike, who had an outstanding debut last night in Orleans. After him is Will Taylor hitting a home run last night. Then John Gazdar and Aaron Parker, Eric Snow, and Trey Lipsy finish it off.
Yeah, that's an offense that just seems to really have gotten going from top to bottom. You know, we've seen production all throughout the lineup, you know, and some guy that we've highlighted even on our podcast, you know, is a guy, Trey Lipsy in the 9-hole, finding a way to flip the lineup and be able to start us up for the top of the lineup.
Yeah, Zach Earhart, one of those guys you really like seeing at the top with Cam Smith right behind him. This should be a fun outing for the Hyannis offense with a contact pitcher on the bump.
Yeah, that'll bring up Zach Earhart. And the first pitch, fastball up in the zone.
Yeah, high ball there, 1-0 count now. Not a bad first pitch, and like we talked about in the pregame, he likes to come out fastball early. May see another one here.
Yep, he does have one. Earhart sends it right back where it came from for a base hit up the middle. Earhart is 1 for 1 on the day, does not waste any time.
Yeah, and with that, let's take a look at the opponent field for the Mariners. Looking in the outfield for Harwich. Possibly, maybe not. Yeah, there we go. No, never mind. Man, looking in the outfield there, Lambros, Humphrey, Obi, then Culpepper, Camarillo, King, Anderson in the infield, Carstetter the DH, you behind the dish, Easterly on the bump. First pitch, foul ball right side.
Yeah, that's a great defense, but let's talk about Cam Smith a little bit. One of the better hitters in this Hyannis lineup who has been just so consistent throughout the season. Easterly went early fastball there, backs it up with another fastball, goes inside. That'll even the count to 1-1.
Yeah, Cam Smith, yesterday we had a conversation with some guys doing analytics, I believe, on Twitter and a couple websites. And they came in, they wanted to watch Hyannis, specifically Cam Smith, so we got to talk a lot about his game to those guys.
Off-speed, changeup, up in the zone for a ball, 2-1.
Yeah, and I mean, Cam Smith deserves all of the praise he's been getting this summer. Just having a ridiculous start to the Cape League season. I mean, we're well into the season now, but he has just kind of solidified himself as a top draft pick prospect.
Fastball back away for ball 3 to 3-1 count. Guys, he's kind of following the same tendencies that we saw during the game, before the game. He likes to go fastball early, but then not afraid to go change-ups in the middle of the counts there, and he went back to a fastball. 3-1 count. Fastball is away, foul ball. That'll knot the count up to 3-2.
Yeah, right now, Cam Smith saying, hey, you're going to have to throw me a strike. Like we talked about again, guys, in the pregame, disciplined batting is huge here. A guy that, again, wanting contact but knows this is a team that punishes that. He's going to try to get you to reach a little bit. Cam Smith, they're able to just throw that one out.
Ready for runner. You're good, Mike.
AC looks over. 3-2, pickoff. Earhart comes back in standing. Earhart seemed to have a one-way move right there, just leaning back on the straight leg that Easterly has.
Yep.
Was able to get back up and easy. Easterly looks over again. And the pitch. Fastball in the zone. That ball is dropped in front of Obi, and it is foul.
Yeah, that ball did get down, and it looked like they may have had a chance at it. Unfortunately for Harwich, it was in foul territory. Otherwise, a very playable ball in the outfield.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, that's something that we talked about before the game is he put that fastball right in on the hands, not afraid to go in and out of that strike zone.
I do think Cam Smith matches up well against Easterly, can really cover the strike zone.
Ground ball to King. King flips it over to Camarillo, and he has just beat it, Cam Smith.
Yeah, the out there at second is big for the Mariners, getting that lead runner. But Smith, safe at first, keeping runners on the bases. That's another point for Hyannis, right, Josh?
Yeah, absolutely. And as long as Cam Smith's able to beat that out, you keep a guy on the base paths that can run, that can score on, say, a double from first base. And you got Zach York up here now, and we'll see how Easterly attacks a lefty. He hasn't faced a ton of lefties yet this season.
Yeah, went fastball away for strike one.
Easterly loves to start off with the fastball and kind of, it's very rare that you see him throw anything else other than a fastball on the first pitch.
And the 0-1, off speed, catches part of the zone for strike two. Gets up early against York. Count is 0-2.
And there it is. You can expect a fastball slider combination here. Don't expect him to go changeup. He tends to just go fastball slider against lefties.
And the 0-2, off speed again. York fights it off.
And that's York showing how well he knows his strike zone. He knows how to fight pitches off. Again, we talk about that all season long since he's shown up, just how good he is at finding the zone.
And the 0-2 once again gets by York. Fastball up in the zone gets him for out number 2.
Rare swing and miss there by Zach York. Came into this game with a whiff rate around 10%, which is just, elite numbers. And Easterly getting him to cut on and miss there on the lefty-lefty matchup.
And that'll bring up the righty, Brandon Ike. A little bit of a new guy. Haven't gotten to see too many ABs from him. Fastball catches the outer part of the zone, strike one. And that is exactly what we talked about earlier. These righties are going to have that outward approach, that he's going to attack fastballs away and then have changeups behind it. Fastball just goes out in the zone. Count is 1-1. As a lefty, he just loves throwing to righties away in the zone. Barely goes in on the hands until it is late in the counts. Off speed, does not catch part of the zone. Counts 2-1.
And there's that slider again, trying to just backdoor it, but ended up, couldn't quite tell, just a bit high, I think it was.
Yeah, just couldn't get on top of it right there. Just stayed and floated up in the top part of the zone. 2-1. Foul ball, 2-2.
Yeah, that pitch coming in, clocked at 91. Pitch before was 81, Nico, so that change of pace right there from Easterly, pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's something he's done so well, is that fastball, changeup, slider mix. Twos are hot. Down in the dirt, backdoor slider.
Yeah, first base was occupied there.
You makes it look easy. And that'll do it for the bottom of the first. The game remains 0-0. We're in for a good one here, guys. We head to the top of the second. This is the Harwich Baseball Network.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile? Yep.
T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-It-all, let's see if you right about that.
Mama. Hey, Mama, I'm working.
It works at the pie shop.
T-Mobile's 5G works inside and out. Hey, what you need, Mama? I'm trying to watch the game with my boys.
It works in the park.
Oh, okay. Mama?
It works at the aquarium, in the parking garage, at the beach, in the elevator. It works in the movie theater, too. Oh, shush yourself. I'm talking to my baby.
You're driving me crazy.
I was just calling you to say thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too, Mama. Yes, Mama.
It works in the kitchen.
Hell, Mama.
Mama?
5G, it works in the club.
Who are you in a club with?
All about it. Hell, Mama.
We welcome you back to McKeon Park, and the lights at McKeon Park stay bright all season long thanks to the Knack Cape Cod. The Knack offers 2 locations, Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit theknackcapecod.com to order online today. The Knack Cape Cod is proud to light up the park sponsor of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks all season long.
Yeah, we got a good one here in front of us, guys, just like we thought. Both pitchers seem to be on cue so far, making it look easy. Only giving up 1 hit is Volker. So, Volker just seems to be attacking the same style and the same tendencies that we saw before. Loves to attack early, loves to use that curveball even when he's down in the counts.
Yeah, we're set to see Culpepper coming out of this one, fellas, and that's, the cleanup batter, no one on. Obviously, it's the opening of the second inning. But Culpepper, one of those guys coming in for Harwich out of Kansas State. Hometown, get this, Memphis, Tennessee. How do you feel about that, Nico?
Yeah, no doubt. I love it. Attended Kansas State, and a guy who did very well in the Big 12. He was named All Big 12, honorable mention. Had a couple of awards in the Big 12, so definitely a guy who's had a great season for them. Volker looks in. First pitch in the top of the second. Curveball catches the top of the zone right there. Buckles his knees a little bit.
And what a nasty pitch right there, fellas. That was top, bottom, all around. I don't know what to do with it as a batter.
0-1 slurve. Just misses the zone. 1-1.
Yeah, Volker, not very kind to hitters in general. He loves to absolutely toy with them. He'll go 2 at-bats without throwing a fastball.
Chopper in the zone. John comes, fields it, throws across. Plenty of time. Great play there by John to get out number 1.
Yeah, nice job by Gazdar ranging to his left. He's been so good over there at short for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, such a smooth shortstop. Finds a way to get it done every time. Quick hands, knows his runners really well. Got a clean out there. And that'll bring up number 23, Ethan Anderson, the left-hander for the Mariners. Volker, the first pitch. Low in the zone.
And that one going to drop on top of the dugout.
Ethan Anderson really struggling so far this season, hitting .098 in 51 at-bats, just 5 hits, but still time to kind of turn it around.
Yeah, a guy who they still trust, though, in their 5-hole, a guy that they have confident swings in. Volker, the 0-1, gassed him up, 91 miles per hour, 0-2.
Yeah, Anderson does have pop, does have a home run this season with 3 RBIs.
0-2 count. What are we looking for here?
Wouldn't be surprised if they went curveball low in the zone. 0-2. Count is 1-2.
Yeah, there was that curveball low in the zone. I think Volker was actually trying to throw it for a strike, just kind of freeze the hitter.
Yeah.
Just didn't quite hit his spot.
And the 1-2. Change up low in the zone. Can't get him to bite. 2 chase pitches right there. Ethan Anderson, great AB, did not bite.
I think based on just that little interaction right there, Nico, you would be a great pitching coach. Maybe for a small school that needs one.
What school would that be?
Oh, just throwing some around. I think Angelo State, Southern Nazarene University.
Oh, that's a good one.
Places like that.
I know someone that goes there.
Really?
Yeah.
The 3-2 payoff pitch. Fastball, and he goes. That'll be another strikeout for Volker, out number 2.
Well, it sounded like, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but it sounded like a bit of a tip off the bat as well, whether he went or not. As you see the replay, we'll take a look at it. Yeah.
And he's able to get that chase there because of how he utilizes his other pitches. Anderson had just seen a bunch of breaking balls that started up there right at just below eye level and dropped out of the zone. That time started up there and just stayed.
Devin Obie's first pitch, curveball up in the zone for a ball.
Yeah, guys, through 5 batters, we've got 3 Ks for Zach Volker.
Yeah, pretty impressive stuff, reminding me of the Wareham game.
Yeah.
The 1-0 delivery comes in. Curveball in the dirt. Great pick there by Parker. Count is 2-0.
And how nice is it that the brightness on the lights on the scoreboard can be changed? They're nice and bright out there right now, so it's really great. When it gets darker, we'll probably lower it a little bit, but right now it's beautiful.
Volker 2-0 in the count. And see how he works here. And the pitch. Fastball. Chopper just gets by the glove of John Gazdar. And that'll be a base hit for Devin Obie.
Yeah, beautiful placement there from Obie, and we talked about him before we went live today as well. Dangerous guy. He's been really solid for the Mariners this season. One of those guys, you see him coming up in the lineup, okay, solid chance he's putting the ball at least in play here.
Yeah, Obie leads the team in RBIs in terms of active Mariners.
Man, and look at that. The lights are bright.
Yeah.
All right, now Devin Obie on first. That'll bring up Elijah Lambers. Get me over. Fastball for strike 1, 0-1.
And Carmen Parati is the home plate umpire, and I love his strike call every time we see him. It's nice, it's loud, and it's quick. That's the big 3 for umpiring.
Volker looks over. 0-1. Curveball in the dirt. Parker keeps it in front of him, keeps OB at first base.
Nice job by Parker to backhand that one. Not one of those times where he really had time to slide over, get to his knees. Ended up just trying to backhand it, stops it, and keeps Obi from advancing.
Yeah, try to pick it right there, and it just hit looks like it hit the heel of his glove.
Yeah, and there you see your umpires for the day. First base, Mark Rulli. Carmen Parati, like we said, at home plate. And third base is John Grasso.
And the pitch, foul ball, straight back. Count is now 1-2.
1-2 count here, like you said, Nico. Again, Volker with 3 Ks already. Obi standing on first and 2 outs on the board. Are you looking to attack the zone here or try to get a reach?
You know, you're heading the count. Wouldn't be surprised if you try to get a little chase pitch here, especially with a catcher like Parker, who's been great and solid defensively.
And there it is, the slider away. Another nice stop with the backhand by Parker.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I would say you might have pitched a little bit back in the day.
The twos are hot here at McKeon Park. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Volker looks in to Elijah. 2-2. Fastball up in the zone, no go.
Yeah, I think that's one of those 2-out decisions. Focus on the batter right there because Parker had him over at first. Obi was well off the bag. I thought that could have been a close play at the very least. But playing conservative here with a full count and 2 outs, no need to play dangerous.
Yeah, York is still going to hold him on even though it's 3-2, 2 outs. Obi will get a head start on the 3-2 pitch, and he goes. Curveball. Just misses the zone. Low for a walk.
Yeah, I think I agree with that call, unfortunately, that it was just off the mark. As we'll get a replay. Man, look at that. That's a beautiful replay, by the way. Oof. Yeah, a tad inside, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a close one. That's a great 3-2 pitch there by Volker. You know, it just seemed like Elijah he wasn't expecting that 3-2 curveball right there. Kind of surprised him and just misses the plate. And I'll bring up Andrew Yu as the ball gets away. Runner goes. Just beating the throw is Obi.
That throw a little towards the middle of the bag from Parker, and you're thinking, if he throws it towards the field on Ike's side, then maybe you get that tag. It still would have been close. I'm not sure you would get it. I think that's when you want to see a little more inside.
Obi now at third, Lambers at second, Andrew Yu at the plate. The 1-0 coming in. Fastball up and in. Coming at 94 miles per hour. Came in with heat up high and tight.
Here's the catcher, Andrew Yu from Duke University.
2-0 from the windup. Volker gets him swinging. Strike number 1. 2-1 the count. Yeah, Andrew Yu, a guy from Duke University. Started a few games there for Duke.
Yeah, interesting story. Just started 6 of the 22 games he appeared in, but
curveball 2-1, missed the plate. 3-1.
I guess it was enough to impress the Harwich Mariners enough where he now has really a starting job here with the Mariners.
Yu with ducks on the pond. He has 1 RBI, trying to make it 3 in 1 swing. 3-2 fastball in on the hands for a foul ball. 3-2 count.
That's a big pitch there for Volker, getting it to a full count with 2 in scoring position. Big spot here. Tough place to be if you're Harwich, but also tough place to be if you're Hyannis. A lot of tension here between both teams.
Volker out of the windup. The 3-2. Fastball fouled off there by Yu.
And you do have a base open here if you do lose Yu here, but you want to be careful because Yu is the 8 hitter, not one of the strongest hitters in the lineup. And if you turn it over, bases loaded for the top of the lineup, it's not great.
Do it again. Fastball. Ooh. Foul ball, but it hit him in the box. We'll do it again.
Yeah, I think Yu, fortunate there, bounced up, and as he started to run, he almost slapped it down. Definitely not on purpose. I don't think he could have done that if he wanted to. Well, maybe they'll decide if he did.
Yeah, very interesting situation right there. The ball did hit him in the box, but interesting to see what they say there.
Yeah, and great job by this umpire crew and by our production crew, who is Jacob Irons, Mickey Doolittle, and Michael Kirsting, who normally wearing the headsets. They are behind the scenes today as Coach Beatty coming out to talk to the home plate umpire.
Yeah, it looks like they're just having a conversation about the foul ball being in or out the box. Beatty just wanted a little bit of clarification here.
I like seeing Eric Beatty discussing things with the umpires. That's a guy that knows the rules extremely well, and we've seen him force a couple of overturned calls because of him just having knowledge of the rule book. I don't expect that here, but he knows how to play the umpires just right. You don't want to go over the line, but you do want to toe it sometimes.
Yeah, definitely seems frustrated here by the result. Obviously a big pitch here, so any out you can get, you'll take.
Yeah, this will be the 8th pitch of the AB, and here it is. Misses the zone for walks. That'll load the bases up.
Man, and now you're starting to think back to that curveball that they called ball for Lambris, which looked like it may have been in the zone. You get that call as Hyannis, and you're in a much different situation.
And now we have Ali Camarillo up, the junior from Cal State Northridge. All Big West first team. And this season,
first pitch of the AB goes right at him. Fastball catches the zone. 0-1, gets ahead early.
This season for Camarillo for the Mariners, hitting about 210, 22 for 105. Actually leads the team in at-bats.
The 0-1 slurve just off the plate, misses. Great stop there by Parker to even the count back to ones.
Camarillo really known mostly for his defense. Does a really nice job over at short for Harwich.
1-1 delivery coming in. Fastball in on the hands. The ball hit straight up, but playable, looks like. Aaron Parker going under it.
Oh.
Just out.
Yeah, not playable, Nico. You were wrong. Oh, the kid got it. It bounced off the stands and to the fence. The kid was able to reach underneath the fence and grab the ball right there.
Wow.
That's incredible. That's way to
Impressive
be aware.
stuff.
That is just heart and dedication by the kid. Not worried about his arm going under the fence. That is just heart and dedication for the game.
Pass it on.
Camarillo, last time against Hyannis, went 2 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. That was in that game that ended early.
1-2 delivery. Curveball just gets a piece of it. Is Camarillo.
And hits him on the backswing again. But that time he was definitely in the box.
Yeah, no questions being asked in this moment here as we still remain at 1-2. Yeah, big moment here early in the game. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Volker allowing a few walks. So let's see how he attacks it here. 1-2. Fastball in the hands. And that ball will fall. 1 run will score. Obi will score easily. Earhart with a throw offline. 2 runs will score off the base hit of Camarillo.
Nice job by Camarillo going with the pitch and just lining that one into right field. Earhart's throw was a little bit offline down the first baseline. So Harwich with an early 2-0 lead.
You will advance to second, so that it still runs on first and second, but a big swing there by Camarillo to put the Mariners on the board.
Yeah, notice, though, Earhart able to get it in time to keep you on second instead of sending him to third. That was big there. You've got a hit by pitch, so never mind.
Yeah, Volker just misses arm side there. Hits him straight on the shoulder and load the bases up.
Yeah, definitely a frustrating inning here for Volker. Thought he could have been out of it and kind of just trying to find himself here. But, hey, this is not too different as we're going to get a pitching not a pitching change, but a mound visit here. As there you see Coach Eric Luxus going out to talk to Volker. And, guys, this kind of reminds me a little bit of yesterday when Jack O'Connor had a little bit of a rough first inning, gave up 2 runs, loaded the bases, but he did get out of it and ended up having a really nice start. So hopefully could see more of the same from Hyannis here. If they can get that offense going, if Volker can settle down here, you know, you have a fresh bullpen. You have guys that can give you innings. So you're really still not in a bad spot here if Volker can get out of the jam.
Yeah, and here's the thing with this. Volker's getting good counts. He's forcing batters to battle. He's just not been able to close them out here in the past couple of times up to the plate.
Right.
So you can't really be too upset with him based on the way things are going. Now, that right there, you hit a batter that's different, sure, but you can't just walk up and say, come on, pull yourself together. He's getting good counts, throwing good pitches. Harwich battling and forcing him to throw too many pitches in a count or in an at-bat, and one of them's going to be a ball.
Yeah, they've been battling, working deep counts for Volker, and they just seem to be fighting off those curveballs and stuff in the dirt. I mean, they're seeing the ball well so far to score 2 runs here in the top of the second. And that'll bring up Seaver King, who has a base hit already on the day. The man from Wake Forest University. First pitch is an off-speed 0-1 to count. Got him swinging.
And we didn't really get to touch on him much, but Seaver King has been one of the best players on the Cape recently. 23 for 55. That's a .418 batting average.
Back into the zone is Volker going right at him. Grant, just like you said, going right after hitters, getting up early in counts 0-2.
I think right here, if you're Volker, you've got to attack the zone knowing that you've been getting those ball counts. Maybe not here. Maybe you're looking for a reach on the first here, as we see.
0-2 delivery. Fastball up in the zone. Earhart working back. Seems to be under it. Makes the play and gets the out number 3. Holds Harwich to 2 runs. Well, the score is 2-0. Hyannis is coming up in the bottom of the second. This is the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky, because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about. Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it. Did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
At McKeon Park, 2-0 is the score. And guys, let's take a look at some of our All-Stars.
Yeah, really solid group right there. Cam Smith, our only starter for the All-Star game, but Trey Lipsy, Nick Mitchell, Elijah Hainline, and Brody Donay, who was just recently added for Loma Vita, who was taken out of the All-Star game. And then the pitchers Ethan Lanthier and Jamie Arnold round out the group. But a really solid group for the Harbor Hawks. And honestly, recently with how they've been playing, there are a couple other guys that may be deserving, but you can only have so many guys in there.
Yeah, right now you're sitting with 7 if you're the Harbor Hawks. Can't complain too much.
No.
And this is something that in any sport, when you have an all-star game, you have all-star festivities, people are going to feel snubbed because there are going to be people that could have been all-stars that just aren't. And I think that any team you go to is going to have a couple guys like that.
Yeah, no doubt. So many guys deserving, and we get to see Brody Donay now in the Home Run Derby, and then now we get to see him in the All-Star game. We talked about it on the Early Bird Pod, and we talked about how a lot of guys felt like he was deserving to be in that All-Star team, and there we go, and now we have him. That'll bring up Will Taylor for his first AB. Fastball up and away, 1-0.
Taylor coming off the game of his season. I believe he picked up 4 hits in that one with a home run.
The 1-0. Rips it just for a base hit, and he stays hot to get a single is Will Taylor.
Man, imagine if they can get this guy going. A former projected first-round pick, but said, hey, I'm going to go to college, keep working on getting better, keep developing, and really just has had a great college career so far. A little bit of a slow start in the Cape, but he's starting to get going, and if he can get hot, he is a certified 2-4 hitter.
Yeah, and that right there was a solid shot off the barrel. You saw it skip off the back end of the left side of the infield as that first pitch is low and inside. But that right there, that hit to start things off, first pitch attacking, you need that right now if you're Hyannis. Down 2 with a tough defensive inning, you have to get your offense going. That just might do it.
The 1-0 delivery. Chopper up the middle to Camarillo. Flips it to second. On to first. No, cannot get the double play. And John will remain at first.
Yeah, nice job by Seaver King. Or excuse me, that's Camarillo to make a nice little flip to the second baseman, but that ball just not able to be secured by Ethan Anderson to get the double play.
Yeah, keeps Gazdar at first, and that'll bring up the catcher behind the plate will be Aaron Parker.
Yeah, Parker had a nice block that may have saved a run that ended up being scored anyway, but still in the moment was a nice block defensively earlier.
Fastball in on the hands for strike number 1. Count is 0-1.
I'm a firm believer that we should spend more time celebrating catchers, Nico, and I'm sure you can agree with that.
Absolutely. Having a catcher behind the plate that you can trust at any moment is huge for your arsenal, as the off-speed pitch is way out in the zone, back even. But, yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, having a catcher you can trust, that you know you can throw the ball in the dirt, or you can, work off the plate a little bit and knowing that he's got your back is huge as a pitcher. Delivery. Curveball. Fouled off, 1-2.
And Parker, another guy who had a nice day yesterday at Orleans, as did most guys. He scored 15 runs. That's going to happen. But he went 1 for 4 with 2 walks and 3 runs scored, so was very much involved in the action.
The 1-2 delivery comes in. Off speed. Gets behind the catcher, Yu. John will advance easily to second base. Count is 2-2 now to Aaron Parker.
And that could be big there, too, as Aaron Parker, not known as a big power guy necessarily, but can get a base hit here and there. And with John's speed at second, he can certainly score on a base hit to the outfield.
Base hit could score him as the 2-2 comes in. Just misses up in the zone. Looked to be a slider for 3-2.
And we touched on that in the pregame, disciplined batting. Knowing that one was going to be called high, it's a good take.
3-2 here, nowhere to put him. 3-2, 1 out. The 3-2. Turned around, Camarillo over to first. To Anderson, gets the out. Number 2 holds John at second base.
There you see Camarillo there. Perfect timing, really. We were talking about his defense last inning while he was up to the plate, making 2 nice plays to get the first 2 outs here in the second inning.
And this will bring up the second baseman, Eric Snow, for his first AB. Attacks early fastball, 0-1.
And Eric Snow, a guy that's kind of been, struggling to get some starting reps with John Gazdar and Elijah Hainline playing so well here in their time in the Cape. But he has really kind of just accepted that his new role, gotten some playing time when he can, and he's been able to contribute.
The 0-1 slapped foul down the right field line.
Oof. Right into the bullpen.
Yeah, whenever you have those bullpens on the field, dangerous stuff, but, they're ready.
No, they weren't. They had to jump out, man. That was close.
Well, if they weren't ready, they wouldn't have jumped out of the way.
The 0-2 grounded. It is just goes through the glove of Culpepper, and John will hold at third base. We've got runners on the corner after the base hit from Eric Snow.
Yeah, and Lambert's running up, to grab that ball off the ground. It's big there because if he doesn't, then you're going to get a score there from Gazdar.
That ball just snuck under the glove of Kalen Culpepper over there at third base, and it's a single for Eric Snow. And now you got the bottom of the lineup, Trey Lipsy, trying to make this a ball game.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Ground ball up the middle. Gets through, and that'll score a run for the Harbor Hawks. John scores easily. Eric Snow will advance to second base. The score is now 2-1. Harbor Hawks are down 1 run still, as that'll flip the lineup, and Zach Earhart will come up.
Hey, Trey Lipsy, he has been hitting. The All-Star found out he was getting an All-Star bid, and really ever since then has been one of the best hitters, if not the best hitter, in this Hyannis Harbor Hawk lineup. In July, he has been hitting over 400. He's getting on base any way possible. Another hit by pitch last night, picking up an RBI single there to get Hyannis on the board.
And then I'll bring up Earhart. Attacks first pitch down the 6-hole. Camarillo to second base. Just beats Lipsy at second base. And the Harborhawks cut the lead in half. The score is now 2-1 as we enter the top of third. This is the Harborhawks Baseball Network.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, you get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
You're a bad mother.
And guys, let's take a look at the standings here in a big West-East game right here.
Yeah, looking at that, you've got Katuitt in first, like we mentioned in the pregame, 22, 10, and 1. Hyannis sitting in second in the West, 20, 12, and 2. Bourne in third, 17, 15, and 1. Falmouth fourth, 16, 16, and 2. Wareham 12, 19, and 2. Wareham actually had a good game against Katuitt the other day, fellas. On the east side, YD 18, 14, and 1 in first place. Orleans, as you see, 16 and 15. They have yet to tie. The only team on Cape without a tie, by the way, is Orleans. Harwich in third, 15, 18, and 1. Brewster in fourth, and Chatham in last in the East.
And that'll bring up Kevin Carsitter. But yeah, this is such a big game. Both teams wanting a win after coming off a big win yesterday. Volker, first pitch is off speed, gets a swinging strike.
Yeah, here's Carstetter back up again for Harwich. First time out, did strike out. It was a strike him out, throw him out.
The 0-1 slider off the plate, 1-1.
Yeah, lowered his batting average to a mere 500. Just 12 at-bats, but still impressive.
And the slider gets him swinging. Great pitch, just falls off the plate right there to get the count to 1-2.
You're going to have to unplug and plug that again.
And the 2-strike pitch tries to go that same pitch with the same location, but Carstetter does not bite. Count is even back at 2-2.
You know, we're here top of the third, and with these starting pitchers all throughout the Cape Cod League, if you can get 3 or 4 innings out of them, you feel satisfied with how they've come out, as there's a huge strikeout there for Zach Volker.
Nice job by Volker to finally get that put-away pitch. Struggled a little bit last inning, but, you know, this is a big inning for Volker to kind of put that second inning behind him and have that bounce back, just momentum shifter that can get Hyannis back in this ball game.
Yeah, it's a great way to get it done. Threw 2 off-speed pitches in the dirt and then rose the eyes back up with a high fastball. First pitch delivers. For strike 1. Had a little wiggle to it up in the zone, 0-1.
I like that. A little wiggle.
0-1. Again, off-speed, low in the zone. York scaling the wall, and it just goes over, out foul.
Yeah, he climbed up at least halfway up that wall. I think he was able to see over it.
You do realize we have a camera now. They could see that.
Yeah, I know, but he's also tall enough to just see over the wall.
That's true.
Volker working ahead here with the 0-2. Off-speed again, goes 3 straight off-speeds, foul ball.
Josh, are you saying that I'm, like, lying to people?
I would never say that. I would never even.
Just making sure.
Yeah. Culpepper out in front of that off-speed pitch, just barely getting a piece of it.
Volker looking in the signs. 0-2 count once again. Fastball up and away for ball 1.
Man, 92, and it almost looked like it was faster than that just from the pitch itself. But this is something that I want to mention, Nico, and we've talked about this in games past, just you and I. I like attacking the zone early, and with the situations that Volker's found himself in this game, I think Eric Beatty agrees with me, at least in this instance.
As that ball is hit deep to Taylor, sits under it just at the warning track to be able to make the play.
Yeah, for a second when he hit that ball, I thought that one might get out, but Taylor seemed to have a beat on it the whole way, just ranging under it to make the easy play, 2 away.
Yeah, it's a scary 1-2 pitch. Tries to go off speed there, just left it a little out over the plate. And it looks like Culpepper was ready for it, but just missed it. Could not put that one over the wall. Now stands Ethan Anderson, who is 0 for 1 on the day. And does not waste any time. Single to Earhart to get his first hit of the day.
Yeah, now this is where it starts to get complicated on the mound, Nico. As you know, they recognize you're going hard at the zone. Attacking early as a batter, that's important in those situations. Getting ahead of the ball, sending it out at least into play. We saw it on the last one with the F7. Now we see a first base single right there.
Now broken 0 for 16 from Ethan Anderson, so if you saw the fist pump with him running down to first base, that was why.
First pitch was an off-speed pitch to get him swinging 0-1. And that is where you can use that, where you throw a lot of first pitch strikes. You can throw a curveball out off the zone for a strike and make him swing. Tries to go back-to-back off speeds there. OB does not chase. Now it's 1-1. OB got a base hit in his last AB and ended up scoring one of the 2 runs for Harwich. The 1-1. Another pitch had a little bit of wiggle to it, 1-2.
Yeah, that one definitely shook on the way to the plate. Tough one to see right there. Again, a lot of velocity and a lot of difference in speeds, and obviously they're all great pitchers here, but just with Volker up there, something about it just seems like it's on another level.
Curveball low in the zone. Great dirt ball read there by Ethan Anderson. As soon as that pitch was going low in the zone, he had taken a big secondary, and once that ball got a little bit away from Parker, able to advance to second.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision to eat it there from Parker. Honestly, I don't think that was a throw you're making there if you're anybody, even if you're a major league catcher. So eating that ball there, letting him take second, understanding you've got 2 outs and Volker's looking good this inning. I like it.
Fellas, the 2s are hot once again. 2 and 2 and 2. The 2-2 gets him swinging. Off-speed pitch, low and away. Gets the strikeout. And that'll do it for the top of the 3rd. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. This is the Harwich Hawks Baseball Network.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own. You turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, you get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
You're a bad mother.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold. Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time. Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
And we are back. The score is 2-1. And let's take a look at the weather. Grant McNew, the weatherman.
Yeah, I think since this, the weather has dropped just a touch, the temperature anyways. But everything else, I believe, is still correct. The wind sitting north-northwest, 9 miles per hour. The pressure, 29.77 inches. Air quality is moderate.
What does that
Humidity
even
is
mean?
good. If you knew, you knew. 73 degrees feels like 76. It's dropped just a touch since then as that ball is dropped in on the first pitch.
For a ball. Great take there by Cam Smith.
There's no weather graphic more, I guess, that has more detail than ours. It's that I'll give us that.
Yeah.
It's got everything.
It does. I made it.
I know. Complimenting you, Grant.
Thank you. Thank you, Josh.
You will not miss anything from the Harbor Hawks when it comes to weather. 2-0. Works behind the count 3-0. Very dangerous part of the order for the Harbor Hawks. Cam Smith, Zach York, and the new batter, Brandon Ike.
Yeah, if you're Harwich, do you intentionally walk here? I wouldn't. Well, they'll walk him anyways. But now you have Zach York coming to the plate, one of the more dangerous batters in the entire league, maybe a little bit behind Cam Smith, but still one of those guys you don't want to face, especially with somebody on.
Right, and obviously not an intentional walk. You got to pitch carefully to Cam Smith. And
right.
You don't really want to face York, but it is lefty on lefty.
And York wastes no time, as he does know that Easterly loves to attack away in the zone to both lefties and righties. And he just had a great handsy swing right there, trying to put it in that left center gap for 0-1. Easterly sets. And the pitch. Off speed low in the zone. York goes and gets it, but it looks like Humphrey will just sit and camp right under it for out number 1.
And York just has so much pure power in that swing. It didn't look like he really even swung that hard on that one, and I feel like most guys that one would have dropped in for a base hit, but he hit it so hard it just hung up a little bit too long.
Yeah, Humphrey didn't have to take many steps, just kind of sat under it, and York still hit it hard. First pitch just catches the outer part of the zone, 0-1.
Brandon Ike had one heck of a start to his Cape career yesterday with a home run. He clobbered that homer over the left center field wall in Orleans.
Yeah, not quite the deepest part of the field, but just right about there. That was impressive stuff.
Yeah, just about, and the count is 1-1 in the pitch. And he attacks early here, gets a hard line drive. Oh, and the ball gets by him. And coming around will be Cam Smith to the plate. Cameron with the throw. It is offline. That is a run for the Harbhawks as they tie the game at 2-2.
Man, trouble out in left center field. Lambrus let it get by him. Humphrey had to chase it down. Talk about fortunate for Cam Smith. Able to round third and get all the way home.
Yeah, Cam Smith was about to stop at second, was considering not going to third, and then the ball just got away and he was home free. Ike cruises into second, Cam Smith scores, and we have a tie ball game.
And just like that, that is something that has been so comforting for the pitchers to know, is that even if they do go down early, that the bats are just going to flip it around and they're going to tie the game in no time.
And I heard that one so clearly through my headset. Ike really hit that one hard. I wish we had TrackMan working tonight.
Will Taylor attacks early, and that ball is fading. Fading OB looks like he's got room. He will make the play. Tagging from second will be Ike, and he will advance to third.
Yeah, nice idea there by Will Taylor. We talked about attacking first pitch against Easterly, just not quite able to catch up to that one as he flew out. Did advance the runner, though, but there are 2 outs.
And now you got Gazdar coming up, one of those guys that's been really solid in situational hitting. 2 outs, runner on third, a base hit here. You take the lead, and you're happy to head to the 4th.
Infield remains deep. First pitch up and away for a ball. And with the runner on third here, John, who seems to always find a way on. Very good handsy hitter. Try to score the run on third. The 1-0. Just out and away.
It feels like no matter if he gets on or not, in these situations, he just always has some nice at-bats where he's working the count full or waiting and just really waiting out the pitcher.
Fastball in on the hands for a ball. Puts the count at 3-0. John way ahead. See if John has the green light here on 3-0. Still paints the corner for a strike. We've seen it time and time again. Easterly loves painting that away corner on righties.
Easterly, no strikeouts yet today, but actually that's not true. I lied. That was just wrong. Does have 2 strikeouts, I think.
And Easterly quickly back into the count. 3-2, all knotted up. 3-2, 2 outs. John Gazdar at the plate. Easterly on the mound in the pitch. And that ball's hit up in the air to the right field. Obi sits under it, making it look easy for out number 3. And with that being said, let's send it down to our favorite sideline reporter, Bria Losick.
Know that they were coming at all. He showed up to his family showed up to his door the other night and completely surprised him. That's his mom and dad, and they've always been a baseball family. Both of his brothers, Brandon and Christian, also played in college and have been coaching him ever since. His dad, Michael, said, you know, John may have come the furthest out of all of the brothers, but all of them are just as talented. John just had 2 coaches ahead of him. But Michael has been in baseball for as long as he can remember, too. He's been a chiropractor with the San Francisco Giants since 2008 and has had some pretty cool experiences with them. He said that he also had to work his way up through the minor league system just like a player would, so in that way he can kind of connect with John a little bit. And he also was wearing his World Series ring when I was talking to him, and I kind of looked at it a little bit. He said that one's going to John, and I got 2 more for each brother. So a little bit of baseball is going to all of them. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Bria, for an awesome report there. And hey, Bria. Hey, Mackenzie. How's it going? But really interesting here about John Gazdar's parents. John obviously having a nice start to his Cape League career, was super excited to come here. And with that, we're about to say hello to one of our writers here for the Harbor Hawks, Mike Maynard, as soon as he can get his headset on. But
yeah, as we take a look at John Gazdar right there, one of the most electric and fun players to watch, you know, and yeah, it's been nice seeing his family, being able to talk to his family, you know, a few times throughout this week. As Volker comes back on the mound for his 4th inning of work.
Volker had a nice shutdown inning last inning. Now a tie game, just going to try to keep it where it is now.
The 0-0 is a fastball low in the zone for a ball, 1-0. As we welcome our favorite writer, Mike Maynard. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal. I'm so excited, so happy to be here. Good game right now, 2-2. And yeah, can't wait for more.
Yeah, the 1-0 is a slider that just right in the zone. Great pick, another great pick there by Aaron Parker for 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mike, see you rocking the Santa Claus hat here. Have you been able to meet Santa yet?
I haven't talked to him personally. I don't know where he is right now, but I'm hoping to see him. Maybe get a picture.
Yeah.
Sit on his lap. I don't know.
Ooh.
Haven't done that since I was a kid.
Yeah. You might have to. You know, how are the festivities looking downstairs?
The festivities are great. You know, I see Ozzy right now from our vantage point. Ozzy's got a Santa hat on, talking to all the fans, talking to the kids. It's been great, though. They just had a snowball fight.
Ooh.
Everyone's festive. Everyone's having a good time. A lot of smiles in the crowd. It's great.
A snowball fight in July. I wouldn't think that I would hear that on Cape Cod this summer, but pretty impressive stuff.
Volker worked his way back into the count, knotted up at 2-2, and then just that slider missed a little bit arm side to full the count to 3-2. As a ground ball to John, who we just talked about. Throw over, little up, and York just jumping off the bag. Returning safe is Lambros.
Yeah, tough play there by John, trying to fire that one off his back foot and just sailed on him a bit. York had to try to jump up to stop it, but not able to find the bag after making the play. So it should be an error, I would imagine, on Gazdar, but we'll see.
Yeah, that was a tough play. You know, he was working to his right, working down that 6-hole, and they will give him the error there on John on the throw.
Now, Mike, you are a familiar face for some of our viewers. Obviously, they can't see you right now, but you are one of probably, I would say, the best fan dance cams that we have. Every game pretty much with the chicken dance, whether it's you just dancing behind Bria when she's doing her interviews. Where does that energy and excitement come from for Harbor Hawks baseball?
Well, you know, I like to keep it fun. I like to keep it relaxed, you know. I was here last year, and I had a little bit more of a job during the game where I had to be more in the booth, working cameras and everything.
And the 0-2. Slider low in the zone. That is a great take by you. Count is now 1-2.
But, yeah, now this year, kind of being a writer, there's some games where I'm not writing anything, and we got our parking lot previews that are here on the YouTube channel, so those might be something that I'm doing earlier in the day, and then I kind of just hang out for the rest of the game and get to watch some good baseball. So I like to keep it fun, keep it fresh.
Count is 1-2. That is a ground ball to Snow. Flips it to John on over to first, and that is a pitcher's best friend, double play. Ground ball there to Snow. Just flips it to John. I mean, that is just tailor-made double play, and rank that as another double play for this middle infield as they just do it time and time again.
Let me tell you, Eric Snow out there playing either short or second base has been smooth all season. I don't know the exact error count on him, but even when he makes an error, that guy looks smooth, makes it look easy. I guess if it's an error, it's probably pretty easy, but you know what I mean. He's smooth out there. Everything he does, just it looks like it's aesthetically pleasing watching him field a baseball.
Yeah, that middle infield has been fun to watch all year.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up Camarillo. First pitch off speed. Kind of was indecisive swing there by Amarillo.
Look at Eric Snow out there, ready to go. He's waiting for another one.
Yeah,
he's the type of guy ready. He wants a ground ball to come to him every play.
Of course he does.
And the pitch low in the zone, back to 1-1.
And now, Mike, I don't know how much you could talk about it, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, but you're working on a pretty cool article right now, right?
I am. I'm currently working on a feature story with everyone's favorite third baseman here with the Harbor Hawks, Cam Smith.
I guess DH today, too.
DH today,
doing it all.
Yeah, good for him. We saw him in left field at points in the season, too. He's all over the place.
Oh, wow. You just brought up a whole part of the season that I kind of forgot about. Cam Smith in left field. That was fun.
Yeah, way back when, the Billy Amick days.
Yep.
1-2 delivery. Camarillo catches that fastball out front. But looking under it is Lipsy, and he will get over there and make the play for out number 3. Mike, feel free to stay around for the half inning. That was pretty quick. So we'll send it to the bottom of the 4th as the Harbor Hawks try to attempt to break the tie here in the bottom of the 4th. This is the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
You're a bad mother.
Welcome back as you see the pie eating contest, and hey, if you eat too much of that pie, wow, don't know what we were looking at there, but you eat too much of that pie, you may have to make a trip to Cape Cod Healthcare for some stomach problems. Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, and with 6 convenient urgent care centers across the Cape, from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries so you can get back to your regularly scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealthcare.org. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Well said, Josh. Very well said. As the first pitch from Easterly was a ball, 1-0. Fastball just misses, and he continues to attack that outer part of the zone, but just misses there. 2-0.
What a beautiful segue from Josh Schreiber over there. You know, I did the pie eating contest one time myself, and you know, I didn't want to be going to Cape Cod Healthcare. You know, great things over there at Cape Cod Healthcare, but I didn't want to eat too much pie. But trying to win the contest at the same time, it's a little bit of a dilemma there. But great segue by Josh. You love that.
Yeah, very well done. Josh Schreiber, some of the best in the business.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that, guys.
Easterly continue to attack that outer part of the zone. Just missed again there to make the count 3-1 to create a hitter's count for Aaron Parker. 3-1, back in on the hands to make the count 3-2 and knot it all up.
I'm looking for Parker to do something here. You know, he's been a little bit quiet to the start of the season. I know for us writers, he hasn't won a Writers Player of the Game yet. One of the few guys.
He finds a way to work a walk there, gets on base to start off the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, Parker's seeing the ball real well right now. Yesterday with 2 walks, today with a walk as well, bringing up Legatron himself, Eric Snow.
Yeah, Eric Snow getting a base hit in his last AB. Yeah, another great eye by Parker, leaving that pitch out in the zone. Eric Snow, first pitch attacks. Ground ball to King. Flips it over to Camarillo. Safe at first. He does get Aaron Parker at second and just misses Snow at first.
Yeah, Quadzilla using those squads right there to beat that one out. You know, he doesn't want to get in that double play right there, but we know he can squat at least like 750 pounds, right, guys? So he needed all 750.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Now, Mike, I have a question for you. As a writer, take me through, I guess, the day-to-day activities. Obviously, we have 4 writers here with the Harbor Hawks, but what is the writing process like? How do you decide, like, who's writing what?
Lipsy drops on the bunt to the pitcher's glove side. Throws to first, and he easily beats that out. Great bunt, first pitch bunt there by Trey Lipsy.
Yeah, so for our writers, we have, you know, our little group chat that we kind of all talk in. Right now we have a pretty good rotation where we don't even have to really talk about it ahead of time, but like I mentioned earlier, the parking lot previews, so we have those going every day.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
Yeah, 2 of us are on that. Both of you have been guests at this point on the show. But yeah, 2 of us writers will be on that, and the other 2 will be writing. We have a player of the game story get posted every night, and then a game recap get posted every night as well. And it's kind of just, you know, the 2 guys that are on parking lot preview one day will write the next day, and vice versa. And you're switching off game recaps and player of the games every day, and keeps it fresh, keeps it so you're not repeating the same thing over and over again.
First pitch is an off speed. Great job by you to keeping it from the holder runners at first and second.
Well, like I said, I'm working on a feature story on Cam Smith right now and his relationship with our team president, Dan Johnson. Yeah. So that also keeps me, you know, at least me busy at the moment without, you know, having my other writing duties.
That pitch misses low in the zone, 2-0. And Mike, I mean, that's a perfect person to do it on. A guy who's doing it well on the field, but also just seems like he'd be a great guy off the field.
Yeah, super great personality in Cam Smith. You know, when I first asked him about interviewing him for this feature, he was a little hesitant. You know, he was not necessarily super excited about doing it. But as I kind of got going, and I told him ahead of time, I was like, hey, it's not really going to be about baseball, because he's used to doing baseball interviews all season. So it was a little bit of a refreshing thing, I think, for him to be able to talk about his relationship with Dan and, you know, his host family and everything. And he seemed to enjoy it. But, yeah, great guy.
3-0 fake bunt there by Earhart, and gets the walk, works the walk, and that'll load the bases up for none other than Cam Smith.
And not to jinx anything, but last time I did interview Cam Smith, he did hit a home run in the first pitch after that interview. Not saying I interviewed him today, but you never know. Me being in the booth and Cam Smith being at the plate.
Yeah, we're going to get a mound visit here for Easterly with potentially a pitching change. I don't think it is quite yet. It looks like they're just going out there in the bullpen, but definitely a good time to go talk to Easterly with Cam Smith coming up. And Smith hasn't quite been able to convert yet against Easterly, but facing him now for the 3rd time, I felt like going into this game, Nico, that Cam Smith kind of matches up well with Easterly, because Easterly likes to just throw strikes on the outside part of the plate. Cam Smith is so good at covering the outside part of the plate, going oppo, even pulling it. He has that bat. He has the ability to go out and get that pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talked about it before the game, that exact thing. And something that we talked about with him earlier in the year is he loved that leadoff spot that he was in for a little bit, because he loves fastballs. He loves getting those first pitch fastballs. So just like you said, he seems to be a great matchup for him. A lefty who's going to work fastballs away seems to fit right into Cam Smith's wheelhouse.
And I imagine he'll see fastballs here as well with the bases juice, nowhere to put them. But we'll see.
Yeah, bases loaded, like he said, in the first pitch. It's a fastball that is fading from Obi, and that ball is down. 1 run will score easy, and that looks like that is all they will get. Eric Snow scores from third, and that breaks the tie. Hyannis Harwich up 3-2.
Nice job by Cam Smith taking that one the other way. Trey Lipsy had to hold up momentarily because it looked like Obi might be able to get to it, but still got the bases loaded for the big lefty Zach York with just 1 out and speed on the base paths.
Yeah, that's something we mentioned. That Cam Smith attacking those fastballs early and on cue. As he works a slider, low and away for 1-0.
So saw slider first pitch. Let's see if he doubles up on it, as we know that he likes to do with another slider. I'm sure it's on York's mind.
I think I might be Cam Smith's good luck charm, guys.
I think you might be, Mike. I mean, you called it in a way. I mean,
in a way.
Driving in a run.
Zach York attacks that pitch. King slides, makes the play, throws to Camarillo. Camarillo barely able to stay on the bag, gets the out at second base. But that will score another run for the Harborhawks. It is now 4-2 as Lipsy crosses the plate.
Yeah, that is a nice job by York, hitting that one hard. And Seaver King making a really nice play, sliding to his left, then turning the opposite direction to throw to get the runner out at second. Maybe a better throw, and they would have been able to turn two, but can never assume that double play.
Yeah, such a tough play, and that'll bring up Brandon Ike. As he hits a ground ball to the third baseman, Culpepper makes the easy throw to second base. And just like that, Harborhawks score 2. The score is 4-2 Harborhawks. As we enter the top of the 5th, this is the Harborhawks Baseball Network.
A brilliant idea starts at the source. Through innovative design, we're taking steps to create a better future. Now, the pure fresh taste of Dasani comes in a redesigned bottle, up to 30% made from plants, and as always, it's 100% recyclable. Plant bottle, designed to make a difference.
This BBB seal is a badge of honor. It's a sign that this is a business you can trust. Each year, millions of people see the BBB seal on a door or a window or a website and breathe a little easier. See the seal and know you've made the right choice. Find a business you can trust. Ask BBB.
Retirement strategies come in all shapes and sizes. One strategy does not fit all when it comes to reaching your retirement goals. And considering all your options may be, well, more than you want to think about. So whether you're looking to retire or already living in retirement, you need a strategy tailor-made for you.
Fairway Financial can create a personal retirement strategy just for you, designed to take care of you and your loved ones. Call us today at 508-398-3337.
And we are here in the top of the 5th as Cade Obermueller enters the game.
Yeah, Cade Obermueller has been so good for the Harborhawks so far this season. A 3.37 ERA, 1.126 WHIP, as you see. But really, a stat that you don't necessarily see from Obermueller is that delivery that he has, the low three-quarter arm angle. And it's not very often that you see a lefty of his size able to throw, 94, 95 miles an hour with a wipeout frisbee slider. So I'm really excited to see what he does here. He has been really a day one for this team where he's come in and just been dominant. 17-5 walk ratio, very solid. Excited to see what he can do here today.
Yeah, very efficient guy. And as you see on the screen, it's a guy who kind of comes across his body, keeps that shoulder turned in, and he's just been very effective all year and is a very high velo guy. So we're looking forward to seeing him pitch once again today. And that'll flip back up to the top of the lineup. That'll bring up Jacob Humphrey for the Mariners.
Guys, it's good to be back.
Yeah, welcome back. Grant McNew Mike Maynard did a great job here, but
Well, that's wonderful news.
yeah, glad to have you back, though, Grant McNew. Obermueller's first pitch of the day is a fastball right in on the hands for strike one. Humphrey 0-1 on the day so far. Struck out swinging in his first appearance and then backed it up with a first pitch, hit by pitch in his second AB. He goes a 94 fastball for a swing strike. 0-2, gets ahead early.
Yeah, Obermueller, one of my favorite guys to watch on this pitching staff. Just so fun. He really knows how to work batters to get early good counts.
Goes.
That was.
Flicks it
that
over.
was gross.
83 miles per hour. Just flips it over. Gets back to back. Gets strike three right there. Gets a strikeout for out number one.
Man, and that right there, another reason, Nico, you know I'm a guy that likes to attack the count, attack the strike zone early. Obermueller, a guy that agrees with me. So going at it, 0-3 strikeout. That's big. That's awesome. I love it.
And that'll bring up Seaver King for his third at-bat of the game.
King so far today, 1 for 2. Does have a base hit right up the middle.
This will be his first time facing Obermueller with the 1-0. Here it comes. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike number one, coming in at 94 miles per hour.
I was just about to say, ball is really exploding out of his hand here tonight. It's been a little while since he's thrown, so definitely fresh.
Oh, he went.
Wow, flips the slider over, back foot. Catches King off guard right there. Gets the swinging strike, 1-2.
He's got his A stuff here tonight, no doubt about it.
Telling you, a fun pitcher to watch is Obermueller. So entertaining.
The 1-2 delivery, off-speed slider, backdoor, gets strike number 3, and his second strikeout in that many hitters.
Yeah, 2 looking as well, not even swinging. He's just putting the ball in places. They've got batters guessing right now. Cade Obermueller, he's outstanding. I don't know how else to say it. You saw it there on the replay. Just, it's right there. He attacks early. He attacks well. Can't do much about it as a hitter.
Made one of the best hitters in the Cape look silly there.
And the 0-0. Misses inside on the plate, 1-0.
95 that time on the gun.
Yeah, he was attacking fastball early, away in the zone, then drops that backdoor slider and just freezes King for his second strikeout, 1-0. Goes back to the slider to even the count, 1-1.
You know, guys, I did a little pitching back in the day, City League. I played from about 6 to 14. My favorite pitch, foul ball off the bat behind him. I throw it behind the batter and hit their bat while they were holding it up.
It's impressive.
It really was.
Now, were you trying to do that?
Oh, absolutely not.
I
but
didn't think
it
so.
happened way more than it should have.
Wow, that is impressive stuff. I mean, we see 95 from Obermueller, and then we see you hitting their hitter's bat behind his head. Both impressive stuff here.
Yeah, the second arguably more impressive.
Yeah, one might argue.
One being me.
1-2. Fastball in, almost catches the thigh of Karstetter.
Yeah, that was close. It looked like the wind of it may have caught the pant leg there of Karstetter. But he's got him scrunched up a little bit, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, brushes him back there with that high velo fastball that Obermueller has to make the count 2-2 even. And the pitch tries to go backdoor, just misses low and away. Tries it backdoor once again for the third straight AB. Does not get the call.
Obermueller really just a 2-pitch guy, fastball, slider, and is very effective with those pitches. Almost even, 58% and 42%.
3-2. Fastball, chopper, high chopper to York. York gets the short up, makes it look easy, gets him at first base.
Little Michael Jackson move to touch the bag there.
Obermueller makes it look easy there. And with that being said, we'll go to the bottom of the fourth on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky. Because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about. Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
The NAC Cape Cod, our proud sponsor of Light Up the Park. Did you know the NAC Cape Cod is the official Light Up the Park sponsor? Thanks to the NAC, the lights at McKeon Park stay bright all summer as the future stars take the field. Visit thenaccapecod.com to order online today.
Yeah, let's take a look at the stat comparisons, guys. And Harwich really being able to swing it well, hitting 296 up to Harwich, who just has a 232. Harwich being able to swing it very well. And let's take a look at that ERA, just barely below Harwich. Pretty even, though, when it looks at the ERA. And the OPS, Harwich owning that one again in another offensive stat.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago that the Harbor Hawks, their batting average was down around, 230, 240, and these past 10 games or so, they've really boosted that number, getting almost up to 300. Just ridiculous as a team to hit for that percentage, and a lot of it is because of, Cam Smith is one of the best players in all the Cape. Zach York solidifying himself, as we will see a pitching change for the Mariners.
Yeah, new face on the mound. That's going to be number 32, Matthew Boynton, out of Murray State, the Racers. You know how I know? So we have this one note, and you know how I know that Jacob Irons did it? Because it says Racers on there. Yeah, Matthew Boynton standing 6'2", 389 BA and 22 appearances, 44 innings pitched, fellas. Transferred in from Tallahassee Community College. Finance major. That guy knows all about money. No?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. The money man in his first pitch. Fastball in on Will Taylor's hands, ball 1.
I learned at an early age, nobody wants to know if he's good at pitching. They want to know how he is about the money. Well, he majors in it.
Yeah.
That was one long honk.
That was.
The second pitch, this AB from the money man. Low in the zone for ball 2.
And the money man making his debut here for the Harwich Mariners. Has not pitched yet.
2-0 delivery to Taylor. Fastball goes foul to Beatty. Beatty unable to make the play over there at third base. And that'll bring the count to 2-1. And it looks like Taylor's bat cracked a little bit after he caught that little out in front.
Making some firewood here on Christmas in July.
Are you proud of that?
Yeah, I'm so proud of that.
All right, just making sure. Just making sure. Some would say we're not going out to chop wood, Nico.
It's cold in this house.
It is.
Some might say it's cold in this house, and I'm not going out to chop wood.
Correct. Yeah, Will Taylor back up to the plate, batting righty against the righty pitcher, Nico.
That's right. After we saw a soft lefty come in first, and now we got a righty-righty matchup, and this will be the first time the Harwich has seen a righty today as we enter the bottom of the 5th. Will Taylor stands 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a fly out to the right field. Curveball backs up and misses, 3-1. Boynton just not coming down that off-speed pitch, just hangs up in the zone. 3-1 delivery comes in. Will Taylor, big swing, fouls it off, 3-2.
Yeah, fouled it right off that shin guard that he wears on his left foot, the Clemson orange.
Yeah, but now you just want to straighten it out if you're Will Taylor.
That's right.
Little League Dad is very proud of you.
Looking down. They're proud.
3-2, got to go right at Will Taylor here. And the delivery. Fastball misses, glove side for a walk. Will Taylor finds a way on. Leadoff man is on the board.
Yeah, and I hear the whale call as Will Taylor able to reach first on that base on balls. Quality at bat there from Taylor. He might celebrate with a day at the beach.
Taylor's getting locked in. Second time on base today, 1 for 2 with a walk.
And that'll bring up John Gazdar, who we've spoke a lot about. First pitch, bunt. Another foul ball that is hit in the zone.
Will Taylor was on the move there. First pitch running, but you see him right there, making the journey back to first base.
Light jog.
Yeah, a little bunt and run action there. Taylor often moving. Gazdar trying to drop a drag down third base line. The 0-1.
Ooh.
Another foul ball that hits off. So hit off the catcher U there. Now Boyne's way ahead, 0-2.
John swinging away that time. Third baseman Kalen Culpepper was playing back despite John looking to bunt.
0-2. Let's see how Boyne decides to attack him here. Will Taylor goes off speed, hit by Gazdar. Chopper to Culpepper makes the play to first base, as that is his only play with Taylor moving to second base.
And Culpepper with an absolute seed over to first base. He took his time and got that one over to first in plenty of time to get John Gazdar by a couple of steps.
You have now runner in scoring position with just one out. And Aaron Parker at the plate. This is a nice spot to be if you're Hyannis. Already up 2, fellas. Ooh.
Taylor dancing off
He's
second.
going. Taylor's going again. The ball was taken, and Will Taylor will advance to third on the stolen bag. Taylor advanced to the third, now putting the runner 90 feet away with Parker up to the plate.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised. You saw him kind of jump early and go. I thought you might see a step off the mound, and maybe a little step at him and throw it down to second, just at least to keep him honest. He didn't see that, and there's the result. He heads to third.
Yeah, with Taylor moving on to third, they will bring the infield in as the Harbocks are already up 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. There it is right there. Infield's going to have their toes on the grass, not trying to go down by 3 runs here as we enter the middle parts of this game.
Yeah, swinging away here, though, is big. Just a bloop over the infield would be huge.
Fastball high and tight. Ball number 2. Aaron Parker now in a hitter's count, 2-1.
Boynton kind of just missing towards the right-handed batter's box a little bit too much. Kind of a sign that maybe a pitcher releasing just a little bit earlier, especially in that lower 3/4 arm slot.
2-1 off speed, up in the zone. Cannot bring it down, 3-1.
Boynton wanted that one, kind of froze Parker. It was a nice pitch, but just doesn't get the call.
Parker with a 3-1 count on the pitch. Free swing in, foul ball straight back. Knocks the count up at 3-2.
Yeah, staying alive there. You're not looking for a walk here, but if you're Aaron Parker, you're not hitting a huge percentage here. Again, it is early. He got here relatively late, but he's not hitting at a high percentage necessarily in comparison to players like Cam Smith or Zach York. So staying alive could be big as you see that base on balls right there.
And really not a bad walk by Boynton there.
No.
Obviously not the hitter that you want to walk, but Parker's seeing the ball well right now. You got a guy coming up who is prone to hit some ground balls. A lot of the times they end up being hits, but Eric Snow is certainly a double play candidate, and it allows the defense to back up here.
Yeah, they will back up everyone, not just the middle infielders back. The corners will also back up. Anderson holding the runner at first. Eric Snow's first pitch. Fastball off the zone for ball 1.
Yeah, check swinging a very late appeal if they do call safe. Oh, Nico.
Count is 1-0 with Aaron Parker standing on first. And Eric Snow, hard line drive into the 6 hole for a base hit. That'll score Will Taylor. And now the game is 5-2 Harbor Hawks.
That one kind of just off the label of the bat. I think it may have broken the bat a little bit, as you know, it was a line drive and then it kind of just died when it got to the end of the infield. It was very weird because Honestly, when it was first hit, I thought it was just a rope into left field, but got past Camarillo, got the job done, 5-2 Hawks. As you're going to see right here, let's see if we can see where it hits on the bat. Yeah, in on the hands, but a nice job by Snow to pull those hands in and pick up the RBI knock.
But another one, like you pointed out, he keeps them low off the bat. We saw it.
And something that we're seeing here, something developing, is the lights. One of the lights just went out behind home plate, and so the umpire was the first to acknowledge it. Had a meeting on the mound together, and now they're talking to Coach Beatty.
Yeah, there is a singular, no, maybe two lights on the entire pole working. I don't think that's enough out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 lights that normally are working.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna get it figured out. But right now, we'll throw it to a quick break. It is the bottom of the fifth with one out. We're gonna throw it to a quick break on the Harwich Baseball Network.
Diet Coke? Who are you, my mom?
You should be so lucky. Because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about. Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
Be a bad mother.
Retirement strategies come in all shapes and sizes. One strategy does not fit all when it comes to reaching your retirement goals. And considering all your options may be, well, more than you want to think about. So whether you're looking to retire or already living in retirement, you need a strategy tailor-made for you.
Fairway Financial can create a personal retirement strategy just for you, designed to take care of you and your loved ones. Call us today at 508-398-3337.
A brilliant idea starts at the source. Through innovative design, we're taking steps to create a better future. Now, the pure fresh taste of Dasani comes in a redesigned bottle, up to 30% made from plants, and as always, it's 100% recyclable. Plant bottle, designed to make a difference.
This BBB seal is a badge of honor. It's a sign that this is a business you can trust. Each year, millions of people see the BBB seal on a door or a window or a website and breathe a little easier. See the seal and know you've made the right choice. Find a business you can trust. Ask BBB.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself every single day, and the harder I push myself, the more I find myself drawn to wearing UFOs. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. When you are recovered and can do more, that has a compounding effect on all aspects of your life. Stepping into a pair of UFOs, They're truly one of a kind. There's nothing like them.
Best ever? Good question. Wait, why do you sound like Dr. J in your head? I've always sounded like Dr. J in my head, which means Dr. J's outside voice sounds like my inside voice? Which Coke? The doc would know. He got the world to call him doctor without going to med school. There's only one best ever. That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You gotta come with it, or those fans will let you know. Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be. What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky. Because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
You're a bad mother. That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You gotta come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
You're a bad mother.
Retirement strategies come in all shapes and sizes. One strategy does not fit all when it comes to reaching your retirement goals. And considering all your options may be, well, more than you want to think about. So whether you're looking to retire or already living in retirement, you need a strategy tailor-made for you.
Fairway Financial can create a personal retirement strategy just for you, designed to take care of you and your loved ones. Call us today at 508-398-3337.
A brilliant idea starts at the source. Through innovative design, we're taking steps to create a better future. Now, the pure fresh taste of Dasani comes in a redesigned bottle, up to 30% made from plants, and as always, it's 100% recyclable. Plant bottle, designed to make a difference.
This BBB seal is a badge of honor. It's a sign that this is a business you can trust. Each year, millions of people see the BBB seal on a door or a window or a website and breathe a little easier. See the seal and know you've made the right choice. Find a business you can trust. Ask BBB.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile? Yep.
T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-It-All, let's see if you right about that.
Mama. Hey, Mama, I'm working.
It works at the pie shop.
T-Mobile's 5G works inside and out. Hey, what you need, Mama? I'm trying to watch the game with my boys.
It works in the park.
Oh, okay. Mama?
It works at the aquarium, in the parking garage, at the beach, in the elevator. It works in the movie theater, too. Oh, shush yourself. I'm talking to my baby.
You're driving me crazy.
I was just calling you to say thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too, Mama. Yes, Mama.
It works in the kitchen. Tell Mama.
Mama?
5G, it works in the club.
Who are you in a club with?
All about it. Tell Mama.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family. There's no family.
There's no family like my family. Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not gonna have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
After a quick light delay, just had to reset the modem there. We are back in action, and we have the Harwich warming up. Just a reminder, Eric Snow will stand on first, and we'll have Lipsy up to the plate with Aaron Parker at second base with one out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, guys, a 5-2 ball game right now. Hyannis over Harwich. A little delay. Hopefully the momentum doesn't really change right there because Hyannis was looking really solid.
Yeah.
Felt like they were about to really break it open. Hopefully that continues as we've scored 4 straight innings, fellas.
Yeah, and I like to call him the second leadoff hitter, Trey Lipsy, in the 9-hole, leading off the remainder of this, what is it, 5th inning? Yeah, 5th inning. And Matthew Boynton from Murray State making his Harwich Mariners debut right now, and not exactly the start he would have liked to his Harwich career, now facing a little bit of a jam with runners on first and second and only one out.
And now,
sorry, Nico, but I was just going to say a run already coming across.
Yeah, and not only that, also put in a tough situation where you're getting hot, you're in the game, and then you have a little bit of a break right there. So you're kind of just sitting there, like, you know, and then you have also got to get hot and ready to go. And not only that, like you said, the second leadoff man, Trey Lipsy, up to the plate.
So I guess now is the question of, you know, do you come out and stay hot if you're Hyannis, or does that lull kind of just, I don't know, like just calm down the bats a little bit? We'll see.
Yeah, no doubt. This short pause in the break could change the momentum and make it go either direction here, as we have the first pitch coming to Lipsy here. And the 0-0, fastball, arm side, ball, 1-0. Although there was already a first pitch ball, so that would be 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 count.
2-0 count to Lipsy with a duck on the pond at second base with Snow at first. Off speed, catches the up and in part of the strike zone. Gets his first strike, 2-1.
Nice job by Lipsy. Really just has such a good approach right now, seeing the ball so well.
Changeup low in the zone. That's a tough pitch right there. He just tunneled that changeup behind that fastball and gets a swing and a miss right there.
20 pitches so far for Matthew Boynton. 10 strikes, 10 balls.
Leg lift and a pick off over to second base. Not even close, just keeping Parker at second base honest.
You know, and that right there is what, when we talked about earlier, Will Taylor taking third on the stolen base, that's what I expected to see off of that jump. That time we're keeping him honest over there on second with Parker.
Another off speed gets Lipsy swinging for out number 2.
A big pitch there for Boynton to get the out. A K and 2 outs now on the board.
And that'll flip the order. Now we're back at the top for Zach Earhart, who stands 1 for 2 on the day with a single, a ground out that led to a fielder's choice, and then working a walk in his last AB. First pitch to Earhart. Fastball. A little bit of chin music, ball 1, coming at 92 miles per hour, up and high and tight to Earhart.
Yeah, Earhart on his single hit a line shot right up the middle. You see the stats there. 241, nothing too crazy, but, you know, where he started, he has been on fire.
And Zach Earhart goes out and gets that fastball at front, but camping under it will be Lambros. And after a little bit of a break there, that will end the bottom of the 5th. The score is 2-5. Harbor Hawks are up. We'll see you in the top of the 6th on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile? Yep.
T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-It-All, let's see if you right about that.
Mama. Hey, Mama, I'm working.
It works at the pie shop.
T-Mobile's 5G works inside and out. Hey, what you need, Mama? I'm trying to watch the game with my boys.
It works in the park.
Oh, okay. Mama?
It works at the aquarium, in the parking garage, at the beach, in the elevators. It works in the movie theater, too. Oh, shush yourself. I'm talking to my baby.
You're driving me crazy.
I was just calling you to say thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too, Mama. Yes, Mama.
It works in the kitchen. Tell Mama.
Mama?
5G, it works in the club.
Who are you in a club with?
All about it. Tell Mama.
And we're here in the top of the 6th. And fellas, it's time for some trivia. All right, Harbor Hawks have 3 of the top 4 players in the league in doubles. Who are they? Is it A, Smith, Mitchell, Lane? Yeah, York, Lane, Smith. C, Hainline, York, Mitchell. And D, Smith, Donay, Lane.
Well, I think Smith has to be on
Yeah,
there.
right. That's my thinking. I would say it's got to be, I would say D, Smith, Donay, Lane. Because I do think Donay has quite a few doubles.
Yeah, I'm going to go with A. I like Smith, Mitchell, and Lane. I don't think York has been here long enough to be top 4. I like my spot at A with Smith, Mitchell, and Lane.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go A as well. I'm going to go Mitchell because he's got that speed. Obviously, he has to have Smith and Lane. And we're going to find out this answer after the first batter here, guys. So for the viewers, take time, ponder it. What are we thinking here? So give you some time to really think and digest that question.
I do want to say the reason why I didn't think it was Mitchell was just because I feel like he has a lot of triples. So I feel like a lot of the recollection might be triples. So I could be wrong, but I guess we'll find out soon as Kalen Culpepper steps into the box.
Yeah, Kalen Culpepper so far 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a fly out. First time facing Cade Obermuller. And the pitch to Culpepper finds the outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, Obermuller, excuse me, on the bump. Talked about him last inning before the delay. One of the most exciting people to watch on the mound. One of my favorite pitchers in Cape Cod right now.
Yeah, actually a little bit surprised to see him back out there after the delay. It was, 15, 20 minutes? So he was just kind of sitting in the dugout for a while. I didn't quite see if he was throwing any warm-up pitches, but
almost like going out as a starter at this point.
Yeah, fastball in on the hands. Earhart coming in, and it does have a one bouncer right in front of them. A fastball inside. Culpepper finds a way to find a way on.
Yeah, I like that chase there in right field. It looked like for a moment that he was going to take a dive for it. I think he played it safe and played it right. I don't expect to see him dive and get that ball in that instance.
All right, guys, really quick, let's find out what the answer is to our trivia. I'm really excited to see this one. And there's your question. And what is the answer back there, Jacob Irons? It is C, Hainline.
Oh, no, whoa, D.
It is D, Smith,
foul ball, by the
Donay,
way.
and Lane. As the first pitch was a fastball fouled off by Anderson.
Yeah, he was trying. He's going to blame us back there.
he says that is exactly what I said.
And the pickoff gets away from York. And Culpepper going to round second, go to third, as York is still going back down there as it ran all the way down to the bullpen. As a quick pickoff by Obermuller just gets away from him and allows Culpepper to advance not 1 but 2 bases. Now, runner on third with no outs.
Cade Obermuller trying to do a quick pick there as a lefty. Instead of, lifting that right leg and just throwing to first, he decided to step off and throw over, and just a disaster as it went well wide of York.
Now, Earhart able to get over there and stop it on the fence. And a runner on third now with no outs.
Yeah, that ball rolled a long way as the 0-1 comes in. A fastball up in the zone. Evens the count up to 1s.
Ethan Anderson broke an 0 for 16 slide his last at bat with a single to right field.
The 1-1 delivery, fastball up in the zone, fouled off. Obermuller now ahead in the count, 1-2. And when we talk about Obermuller, a big fastball slider guy like we alluded to. Wouldn't be surprised after that first pitch, that fastball in on the hands to him to go back foot slider. 1-2 on the way. Ooh. Fastball gassed him up at 94. Gets the strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, well, I guess that break not really affecting Obermuller as he blows that one by Anderson for out number 1 and a big strikeout. Now with one of the best hitters on the team, Devin Obie, coming up.
I still need 2 outs with a runner on third. Obie, if you can get by him, you're feeling all right. And wow, what a pitch there.
Yeah, backdoor slider, first pitch slider, get me over. Catches that outer part of the plate. A great first pitch there by Obermuller. Obermuller comes set. Deals the 0-1. Does it back to back, stays consistent, same exact pitch, backdoor slider, gets strike number 2.
Obi hitting just .223 on the year so far, but does have 3 homers with 14 RBIs.
I've heard a couple guys call Obermuller Obi.
Yeah.
There's a foul ball. Maybe there's some bad blood. Who is the true Obi?
See, if you try to create narratives in every at-bat, it kind of makes the game more interesting. And
that's so true.
The Obi versus Obi duel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Obi versus Obi here as we are 0-2 and a great foul off by Obi the second. And that is a ground ball, and that'll just roll foul there.
Yeah. Obermuller. Obermuller with a nice slide to keep that one foul. You never know on some of those balls. They could just roll back in play. So nice athletic play to keep it foul.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going to go with that. And you said it first, and you said it great. Getting down and dirty to stop that ball while in foul territory is huge because you've got that lip on the grass that can push it back in there.
Hey, for the Obi battle, you've got to be playing 110%.
Yeah, Obermuller got to have a chip on his shoulder in his Obi matchup. Back foot. Ooh. Back foot. Hard cutting slider. Almost catch the back foot of Devin Obi. Now the count's 1-2. 1-2 the count to Devin Obi here.
Strikeout here would be huge.
Yeah, I was able to find a strikeout in that previous at-bat. Obermuller sets and deals. Goes fastball in and on the hands. Foul ball straight back at 93 miles per hour.
Yeah, Eric Snow right there started with his toes on the outside of the infield, and he started to creep up a little bit. Not anything too crazy, but just ready to get that forward momentum going.
Infield is playing back. Good shout out there, Grant.
And another ball in the dirt. Another great stop by Parker. Once again, guys, we talked about that earlier, trusting your catcher, and so you can feel comfortable putting that ball in the dirt, knowing Parker's going to keep it in front of him.
Elijah Lambris is on deck for Harwich. This guy that's gotten on a couple of times, fellas.
Yeah, found ways on in both of his ABs. First worked a walk and then found a way on an error on the shortstop. Obermuller sets. The delivery. Works slider away. Chopper makes the play, and they will trade an out for a run there, are the Harbor Hawks. And that is a run for Harwich, 3-5.
You'll take that all day, every day when you get no outs, runner on third to start the inning. Nice job by Ike to stay calm there, throw a strike over to York at first, and now you've got 2 away with the bases clear.
Yeah, like you mentioned, great understanding of the game right there. Culpepper got a good jump as soon as he saw the chopper, made his way home. Great idea by Ike. Fastball misses away on the first pitch to Elijah Lambros.
Lambros 0 for 1 with a walk today and a run scored. This is his first game as a Harwich Mariner.
Obermuller, another backdoor slider. He has really found that backdoor slider here in this first inning of play.
Lambros playing college for his hometown team in College Park, Maryland. Michael Kirsting very excited about that one.
Once again, goes back to the backdoor slider. Hitters cannot seem to get on time with that one. 1-2.
And that wiggle has just been on for Obermuller. Tough to see, tough to hit against. And it's just hitting the zone with a lot of power.
Obermuller sets and deals. Fastball in on the hands. Keeps it here at 1-2.
Yeah, that one came in at 93. Can you throw that hard?
No.
No?
No, I can't.
I can. MLB The Show.
Oh, well, that game's gotten us in trouble a couple of times. Oh, no callback, you guys. Okay.
1-2, the count with 2 outs here.
They didn't get it.
Fastball misses in on the zone.
They didn't get it. I feel like Mickey Doolittle would get it. Mickey gets it, yes.
Mickey does get it. We can confirm. I did get a call on the earpiece that Mickey Doolittle did understand that one. As the twos are hot here, fellas, 2-2 with 2 outs. Tries to go off speed, tries the backdoor once again. Great layoff there by Lambros to make the count full.
Obermueller, a nightmare to lefties, but even to righties, he's able to be successful because of that backdoor slider.
The 3-2. Fastball gets him swinging up in the zone. Obermueller gets a strikeout. Obermueller up in the zone right there, gets him chasing right up in the eyes. And that'll conclude this inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning. This is the Harwich on the Harwich Baseball Network.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky. Because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about. Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
And we're back here at the bottom of the 6th. Hyannis Harbhawks 5, Harwich Mariners 3.
Guys, I don't know about you, but when December comes around, I know that under my tree, I would like to see a hippopotamus.
Would you?
Yes.
Really?
Some would say that I, Grant McNew, want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Really?
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
Is that a gift from Santa, or is that going to be a gift from, a family member?
I don't care who gets it.
Okay, anybody can get it for you.
Anybody can
Sure.
get it. I'm not picky.
Sure.
We had Santa in the crowd earlier today. I don't know if he's still here, but maybe we could figure out a way to get that message to him.
Yeah, we can let him know. Old St. Nick is here, so we can let him know before he skedaddles out of here, as we have Cam Smith leading off the bottom of the 6th.
Those numbers are ridiculous for Cam Smith.
Fastball misses low and in the zone, 1-0.
Smith 1 for 2 so far on the day. Season stats, he is hitting .338 coming into today with 5 homers and 18 RBIs.
Cam Smith out in front of that off-speed pitch to even the count.
Well, as you can tell from the crowd, Mike Maynard just got a ball. Wow.
Wow, there it is.
Matt Coates
sure
did not. There's
Cam
a nice
Smith,
shot.
ground ball to Anderson. Anderson, unassisted, 3 put out to get the first out of the inning.
Earthquake on the camera there.
Oh, man. You know, there was a tsunami warning in Alaska the other day.
Really?
Yes.
Scary.
Yeah, it's the aftershocks. It's just delayed because there's so much space.
This will bring Zach York up for his 4th AB of the game.
1 out for York. 0 for 3 on the day, but does have an RBI on the ground out, or a fielder's choice.
The 1-0, 94-mile-per-hour fastball misses out in the zone, and there he is. Mike Maynard, happy to get a ball right there. Look at that big smile on his face.
Man, the lights really aren't hitting him, are they?
No, I guess not.
2-0 delivery to York, misses glove side.
Kid's got a limit.
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 count here, big for York. And like we talked about in the pregame, he's really disciplined, knows the plate well.
Ooh, fastball up and in. And I was going to say York definitely has to have a green light there with the way he's been swinging it.
Yeah, I don't think that was a strike. I was kind of surprised that he was able to get his hands in on that ball.
And there's York's numbers right there, hitting .404.
Man.
A couple bombs under his stat.
Yeah, usually we say give him a week to adjust to the wood bat. No, we had to give the wood bat a week to adjust to Zach York.
Yeah. I talked to him, and he said he's kind of just used to hitting with a wood bat.
And Zach York in and out swing. As a pop-up, camp under is Lambros to make the play, out number 2.
Yeah, York, such a good approach. You very rarely see him swing and miss. And when I talked to York on the Early Bird pod about a week ago, he was just talking about how, you know, there is an adjustment to the wood bat, but in summer leagues, really, he said since the beginning of high school, he's been using wood bats. So he's very used to it, and it's just, he knows he's just got to flip a switch.
The first pitch to Ike, strike 1. Fastball in on the zone. Boynton's another guy who loves to get ahead in the count. You know, we talked about so much with Mr. Reed, but he loves to attack fastballs early, as that second pitch is nubbed off. Obi making a play over to the right, gets the out. And just like that, that is a quick inning for the Harbor Hawks. That'll end the bottom of the 6th. We'll see you at the top of the 7th. This has been the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Retirement strategies come in all shapes and sizes. One strategy does not fit all when it comes to reaching your retirement goals. And considering all your options may be, well, more than you want to think about. So whether you're looking to retire or already living in retirement, you need a strategy tailor-made for you.
Fairway Financial can create a personal retirement strategy just for you, designed to take care of you and your loved ones. Call us today at 508-398-3337.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold. Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
And we're here at the top of the 7th. Score remains 5-3. Harbor Hawks still up.
It's Tony Roby for the Harbor Hawks. Just got activated today for the Harbor Hawks. He'll be making his debut. The senior, the senior, 6'5" senior out of San Marcos, Texas, went to Texas State University. And he'll be looking to hold Harwich at 3 with Hyannis having a 2-run lead.
Yeah, heard a lot of excitement as he came aboard, you know, and when we see why here, as it's a big moment in the game. We're in top 7, now we're in the back third of the game with a score of 5-3 in a very close game in 5-3. So not surprised that we use him here in this situation.
Yeah, this is a guy that can get it done from the mound. Guys, a big game for him against Marshall this past season. 8 strikeouts in 7 1/3 innings pitched. But that was just one ball game, fellas. He had the whole season, 60 1/3 innings pitched. Through that, he allowed just 59 hits and 36 total runs.
Yeah, that's a guy who ate up a lot of innings for Texas State as well. You know, because we've seen it from our bullpen. It's been a lot of 1-2 innings from our bullpen, but that's a guy who can kind of eat up a little more innings. You know, a guy who can lengthen out a little bit. So pretty exciting to see. You can see how we use him in the back half of the season.
Yeah, 4.33 ERA this season for him. He really performed well for Texas State, one of their better arms.
And we're going to see his first pitch here as a Harbor Hawk. 0-0, and the pitch. Fastball for a strike. First pitch, and it is a strike. Andrew Yu at the plate, walked in his first AB, and then hit into a double play back in the 4th inning in his second AB. The 0-1 delivery. Curveball just breaks a little bit too much, glove side, evens the count. One and one to Andrew Yu. And the windup, here he comes. 2-1 count. Yu now has the advantage.
It's a nice, I think that was I couldn't quite tell what the pitch was from here, but it had some run to it, some cut.
And that ball is put into play. Ground ball right into Snow. Snow makes the play. Tailor-made. Very easy play for out number 1.
That'll bring up Camarillo now, the slick fielding right-handed hitter.
Yeah, Camarillo, who got a single in his first AB, fly out in center, but a guy who seems to be hitting well, but also got a little bit of power. You know, he showed that in the game against us where he hit a shot, a moon shot of a home run when we played at Harwich. And that first pitch is in for a strike.
Man, that looked good right there, and I had the right call. I called it a strike. As you may be able to see in the top right part of your screen, I did, in fact, call strike.
And primarily a fastball slider guy with a cutter. There's the slider right there. That was nasty as they get the strike on the appeal. But Roby, a guy that sits around 91 miles an hour with the fastball. Slider at around 83, 84.
And the 0-2. Slider looks out in the zone for ball number 1. But yeah, you know, we mentioned it. We saw a pitch earlier that looked like it had a hard cut to it, a little harder than the slider, and it was his cutter.
Yeah.
He loves to throw that cutter, a pitch that he can kind of play off his slider. The 1-2. Oh, up in the zone, up and in. Looks like it had a little wiggle to it as well. And gets a strikeout.
Man, that is a dangerous pitch right there. On the offensive end, you see that coming high, and you're thinking, oh, no, that's about to drop, and it just didn't. I got him, Josh. I got him.
There's
I got
one.
him to break.
There's one.
And that'll flip the order for Humphrey. Now in the leadoff spot with 2 outs here. First pitch is right down Broadway for a strike.
88 on that one, and it looks like the radar gun lights haven't been dimmed.
Good to know.
It was really bright.
Yeah, it's a good catch, Mr. Grant McNew. 0-1 off speed, just misses low and away on the plate.
He's listed as primarily having fastball slider, but it seems like he's throwing a curveball as well. It's a little bit slower than what his slider's listed at. Is that one off the end of the bat?
Broken bat just gets past the extending glove of Gazdar. Lipsy picks it up, and that'll be a single for Humphrey.
Nice job by Humphrey, showing off that muscle to just push that one into the outfield. Obviously not the best feeling on the hands there, Gran, as you were indicating. I think maybe he's feeling it over there at first base.
I felt it in my hands. That had to sting.
Yeah, when that bat breaks, when your hands are extended like that and your bat breaks off the end of the bat, that's got to be a stinger. But he finds a way on regardless, and that first pitch is hit. Line drive over Gazdar's head. Humphrey rounding second, going to third. He will stop in third. In a big turn, will catch King. Play at the plate. Bang, bang, play, and he gets him.
Wow!
What a job by Zach York to show that awareness, as we may get a replay here.
Yeah, the run down there, and you see that a lot on the line, as the people are saying. So many times that turns into a run off of miscommunications. That time, Zach York, firm decision. I'm going home with this. Beautiful throw. Big out right there. That's number 3.
Yeah, great understanding of the game. That's a perfect way to send us to the bottom of the 7th inning on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Retirement strategies come in all shapes and sizes. One strategy does not fit all when it comes to reaching your retirement goals. And considering all your options may be, well, more than you want to think about. So whether you're looking to retire or already living in retirement, you need a strategy tailor-made for you.
Fairway Financial can create a personal retirement strategy just for you, designed to take care of you and your loved ones. Call us today at 508-398-3337.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
The wait is almost over. Floor & Decor is coming to Hyannis on September 21st. Get ready for unbelievable everyday low prices on tile, wood, stone, laminate, vinyl, installation materials, and more. Our high-quality selection can't be beat, so mark your calendars for September 21st for Floor & Decor's grand opening in Hyannis. At Floor & Decor, you'll discover thousands of in-stock products all at a low price you'll love. We promise you've never experienced anything like it, but soon you can. Come explore Floor & Decor opening in Hyannis.
Yeah, and there's Darren Horn.
A little bit.
Yeah, there's your around the league, Chatham and Orleans. Chatham beat Orleans 6-3 earlier today. It's the first pitch. We also have a final in Stony Brook as YD beat Brewster 11-1 as there are your standings. Now Chatham and Orleans in their second game of the doubleheader as there's a hit down the third baseline foul ball. Chatham and Orleans still on top of the sixth. That one standing at 3-3. Chatham looking to take 2 wins in one day. Bourne and Falmouth are locked in the top of the sixth. Falmouth leads 11-2. Catuit leading Wareham at Spillane Field in the top of the eighth, 12-0. And here, of course, in front of you at McKeon Park, Hyannis leading 5-3.
Will Taylor stands in with an 0-2 count. Good take as he leaves the off-speed low and away in the dirt.
There are the will calls.
They're slowly turning into like seal calls. We
Yeah.
saw a seal get eaten on Twitter.
What?
First great white shark was shown in Cape Cod.
Ground ball, great pick there by Culpepper. Throws it across the diamond. Taylor, he's not in time, and he will get the out. I thought Taylor may have had it beat right there, and that'll be out number 1.
You know what I'm talking about, guys, right? We saw that great white shark. The first one seen in Cape Cod this year is a video eating a seal.
Oh.
It was really cool. Nature's something. It's gruesome.
All right.
All right, with that being said, John Gazdar taking his 4th AB of the game here with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Fastball is in the zone at 93 miles per hour for strike number 1. Boyden looks in, delivers the 0-1. Fastball low in the zone. Great take there by Gazdar.
And good take. There's some action behind us. A lot of people moving in and out. We get a lot of noise. Mike Maynard's back.
Yeah, Mike Maynard, we had him on earlier. Ooh, did Gazdar go there? Ooh, they're going to call a strike, not even give an appeal over there.
He definitely went, though. I think that might have been they may have been just calling it a swing.
Oh, that just cracked me up. Just like, he definitely went. No, something about that just cracked me up.
It just felt like a little bit more than a check swing.
And he chases that changeup low in the zone. Great changeup there by Boyden. Gets Gazdar swinging for out number 2.
Really nice pitch there by Boynton. A lot of vertical break there. As it'll be Aaron Parker, who's walked twice today. Second game in a row with 2 walks.
And there you see the numbers for Parker, hitting 189 on the year as he's first pitch swinging right in the 6th hole for a base hit is Aaron Parker, finding a way on for his 3rd time today.
Aaron Parker with a hit there. That's good for him. Got walked twice earlier today.
Yeah, seeing the ball well, understanding good pitch recognition, attacks that first pitch fastball, puts it right in the 6th hole base hit. And that'll bring up Eric Snow out of South Florida.
Yeah, Quadzilla.
First pitch of Snow. He's attacking early, and it is pulled foul.
Ooh. Looks like another shockwave may have hit right there. There's Colleran.
Yeah, Dennis Colleran out there. I wonder if he's feeling the waves out there. And a pick off to first. He's sliding back, safe as Parker.
Eric Snow having himself a day here. 2 for 3 with an RBI, a run scored. Bringing that batting average up to 263.
Ooh, high and tight for ball.
And to quote the riders in front of us,
oh.
Whoa. 1-1.
They did not like that they went high and tight there to Snow to even the count. And from the stretch, Boyden goes. And that ball is low in the zone. Ground ball to Camarillo. Plays it to first, just in time to get Snow. And then I'll be out number 3. Boyden has a pretty solid inning right there, and we'll send it up to the top of the 8th inning. Score remains Hyannis 5, Harwich 3.
A brilliant idea starts at the source. Through innovative design, we're taking steps to create a better future. Now, the pure fresh taste of Dasani comes in a redesigned bottle, up to 30% made from plants, and as always, it's 100% recyclable. Plant bottle, designed to make a difference.
This BBB seal is a badge of honor. It's a sign that this is a business you can trust.
Hi. Oh, this is amazing.
Each year, millions of people see the BBB seal on a door or a window or a website and breathe a little easier. See the seal and know you've made the right choice. Find a business you can trust. Ask BBB.
And Dennis Colleran will be entering the game, taking over from this 5-3 matchup so far. Josh, what do you got on Dennis Colleran?
Dennis Colleran, a hard-throwing righty, one of the hardest throwers on the entire Cape. His fastball sits around 97 miles an hour, can get it up to 98 though, and there you see the stats. He's been very solid so far this year, has walked a few too many guys, but 3.37 ERA, 2-0 win-loss, and really just a guy, he's going to throw the ball hard, he's going to strike hitters out. It's just a matter of keeping that command in control. When, you know, he didn't pitch this past spring season for Northeastern down with an injury, but good to see him back and really starting to get in rhythm here on the Cape.
Yeah, after talking to him, he seems to be up and healthy, feeling really good. He says he feels really good being on the Cape, and you know, you can see it in his stuff. Everything that he has been pretty electric so far, and you can see it in the numbers there, and they've been using a lot late in games.
Yeah, and he's a guy that's got a lot of toughness, too. He was a wrestler back in high school, so in tough situations when he might be pinned down, he's willing to break through, Nico.
That's right, that's right. The wrestler in him will come out, so he's not afraid of being in a tough situation.
Colleran is a fastball slider guy, primarily. Does have a changeup, but still developing it.
Yeah, and we've seen improvements from that changeup. It seems like every single outing he's been in, using it more and more often as the right-handed hitter, number 34, Kevin Carsitter, stands up to the plate. And the first pitch, fastball coming at 96 miles per hour, catches the outside corner for strike 1.
And the thing about the slider is it's a pitch that can really differ depending on what arm slot you throw it at, what your grip is, how you throw it.
And that's a ground ball. That's a big gap over there by Snow. Covers the ground. Great play. Glove side play there by Snow to get out number 1.
Eric Snow hopped on his horse and got to that. Nice toss. Great play for the first out.
That is just a fantastic play by Snow. Able to stay calm in that situation and just fire a strike there to get the hitter out by quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, that is a very tough play, tough glove side play, and you can kind of see where Snow was before. Kind of pulled over towards second base, had a long ranging play towards his glove side for a great number 1 out. Fastball coming at 95 miles per hour, catches the top of the zone, strike 1 to Culpepper.
Yeah, just warming up. Colleran's going to get that fastball up a little more.
Ooh, breaks off a nasty off-speed pitch there at 88. Just pulls a little too hard, glove side, not close enough.
Yeah, when it's at its best, Colleran's slider has more, I would say, vertical break when it comes to sliders in general.
That pitch barely catches the corner. Culpepper didn't necessarily agree with it, but he does get the strike nonetheless. Yeah, like you mentioned, we've seen his slider a little bit. Yeah, it does have like a more, it's not, doesn't, and then there's that slider right there. That was a very firm slider, gets him swinging to get the second out of the inning.
It's a nice pitch, registered at 91 too. One of the harder sliders he'll throw.
Yeah, you know, we were just talking about it. He has one that goes more up to down, but that one went hard right to left. That's a hard breaking slider. And I bring up Anderson. Anderson, first pitch is going. Earhart standing under it at the warning track, makes the play, camps under it to get out number 3. And just like that, Colleran goes 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 8th. We'll see you in the bottom of the 8th. Still the score, 5-3.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself every single day, and the harder I push myself, the more I find myself drawn to wearing UFOs. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. When you are recovered and can do more, that has a compounding effect on all aspects of your life. Stepping into a pair of UFOs, they're truly one of a kind. There's nothing like them.
Best ever? Good question. Wait, why'd he sound like Dr. J in your head? I've always sounded like Dr. J in my head, which means Dr. J's outside voice sounds like my inside voice? Which Coke? The doc would know. He got the world to call him doctor without going to med school. There's only one best ever.
And we are back here at the bottom of the 8th. Guys, with the All-Star game coming up tomorrow, let's take a look at our upcoming schedule.
Yeah, you got the All-Star game tomorrow, actually, the 22nd. And then we're at Falmouth on Monday after the off day on Sunday. That'll be the 24th. And they're at Chatham on the 25th. Then versus YD on the 26th. That one will be at Dunkin' Donuts Park. It's highlighted. In case you forgot, it is at Dunkin' Donuts Park. And then it will be home again versus Wareham on Friday, following the off day Thursday.
Yeah, which almost speaks to the importance of this game, because as you see, you know, we have a home game today, obviously, and as we're in the top of, or bottom of the 8th, but then we have a little away stand, have back-to-back away games before having back-to-back home games. So it would be a big time to win at home before we go back away.
And new pitcher in for the Mariners is Scott Ellis, an Angelo State pitcher. Had a 2.95 ERA for them this past season and really just dealt for them. 42 innings, 39 strikeouts, 27 walks, so not a great percentage there.
Yeah,
but
and Angelo State, for those who don't know, the premier baseball team in all of Division II, they actually just won a national championship.
Yeah, no doubt. They're in the Lone Star Conference, which we used to play them all the time. You know, a very solid team as that first pitch is a strike. But Angelo State's always a team that's always at the top of D2, and they were number 1 in the country for almost the entirety time I was there.
And Nico, have you heard this name Scott Ellis before? There's a shot, foul, left side.
I have. I believe he's a new guy there.
Yep.
But I remember we did I don't know if he was in the talks when I was there, because I do remember that name, because Scott Ellis was a guy who, I believe, did he go to Oregon first?
Yep.
He did start at Oregon first, and then made his way to Angelo State, one of the top D2s, the top D2 team in the nation.
He has some jewelry on his finger.
He does. Angelo State winning the national championship. Count is 1-2 to the second leadoff, Trey Lipsy. Tries to go off speed in on the hands. Lipsy has a good take right there to even the count back up.
You know, I really like seeing D2 guys come in and play so well. We both love Division II baseball, Nico, so I think that's so cool when we get to see that happen. Obviously, right now is an exception, though.
That's right. You know, he is pitching for Harwich, but we do love seeing guys like that. And, you know, and especially a guy coming from Angelo State, you know, one of the higher ones. You know, you just know that he can compete with all these guys because we've seen it time and time again. 3-2 to Lipsy. The pitch deals. Fastball on the hands. Cannot get down. King makes his over-the-shoulder catch for out, number 1.
Yeah, and there you saw in the bullpen for Hyannis, it looked like Eli Trop was starting to warm up. Was it not Trop? It looked like a 2-8.
Yeah, Trop just got released as
oh man,
made his final, got shut down by Penn.
That'll teach me to trust the 1-0. Man.
Yeah, 20 would be JB Middleton.
Middleton would make more sense.
Trop pitched yesterday too.
I see it, you know.
First pitch off speed catches Earhart looking for strike number 1.
Scott Ellis, a guy with a 5-pitch mix, really just a 4-pitch mix, fastball, cut fastball, curveball, and slider, as see a fastball in there, but does have a changeup as well. Only threw it 3% of the time this past season for Angelo State.
And the delivery, off speed, had a little down roll tilt to it. Count is 1-2.
Scott Ellis, another guy making his debut for the Harwich Mariners here tonight. A nasty pitch. 88 miles an hour for the strikeout, as there are 2 away.
Yeah, nasty 2-strike pitch right there. Gets him swinging to get out number 2.
Got Cam Smith now.
Cam Smith currently 1 for 3 on the day after working a walk there in the 3rd inning.
Fastball low. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Nico.
Fastball misses low in the count for 1-0 to Cam Smith.
Yeah, he did get that half day off playing DH today rather than third base, where we've seen him most of the season.
Cam Smith smacks it down right where the second base would be, but they had a little shift on him for Cam Smith to get a base hit.
Yeah, that's how you beat the shift right there. You just hit to the opening, and he did. Kept it on the ground. That's nice. We've seen a couple balls get snagged out of the air here recently against the Harbor Hawks. That one was big. Not anything crazy, but getting on base there, that is good for the Harbor Hawks because, guys, if you don't know, you want to be on base in baseball.
There you go.
That's right. That might be a key to the game, man.
Yeah. Score.
Sure is. Sure, and this is a guy who's very good at it in Zach York.
Yeah.
Seems to be finding a way on any way he can. Swings the bat, pull side, away side. And that ball gets by the catcher, and advancing easily will be Cam Smith at second base, but York is down 2 strikes.
Yeah, that had to be a pretty nasty pitch to get York to not only swing and miss, but chase at a pitch as well. One in the dirt that got away, allowing Cam Smith to go to second. As you see, 4-0-4 coming into today. Is 0 for 4, though, so far. So that's down to 373, but not a bad batting average.
Yep, little
yeah, letting you know, 2 strikes. It was on the scoreboard.
0-2.
0-2. So 0-2 count. Scoreboard says 1-2 in the
0-2.
stadium.
Great
now it's
take.
1-2. See, I trust Robbie. Even if it's not yet 1-2, he's just reading into the future, which he's done incredibly well this season, by the way.
Yeah, looky there. 1-2 count just as he predicted. Off speed, backdoor, gets Zach York swinging. In a very dominant inning there, and that'll send us to the top of the 9th. We're going to see if Harwich can scrap up a few runs to tie this game up. We enter the top of the 9th. Score still remains 5-3 on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky. Because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about. Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
And now as we enter the top of the 9th, we're going to bring in JB Middleton in for the closer role.
Do you think he's sponsored by Coke?
a little.
Okay. JB Middleton has been dominant so far this season for Hyannis. Has a nasty changeup, and that he talked to Brielosic about just a couple games ago. But he uses 3 pitches, fastball about 47% of the time, and then the slider and changeup he uses equally. And it's just a 3-pitch mix, nice and simple. But over at Southern Miss, the coaching staff thinks very, very, very highly of him. They think that he has the potential to go in the first round in the MLB draft someday with, a fastball in the upper that can hit the upper 90s. His slider and changeup are both deadly. He could be a legitimate starting pitcher at the next level.
Yeah, no question. You spoke about that, and every time we've talked to the coaching staff or any of these players, the way they talk about JB Middleton is so high. The Southern Miss guys talked well about him. We talked well about him. And it's no surprise here that we're using him here in the closer role with Harwich down 3 outs to go. JB Middleton coming in to pitch in the 9th. Gets 2 quick strikes here to David Obie.
Man, he's got a quick windup too, Nico. Just real fluid.
Seems to be working quickly out of the windup. Ground ball to John John. John John eats that up, makes a play, easy throw to first, and gets out number 1.
Yeah, it's a good job by John John to be patient with that. A little bit of a slower roll out to shortstop, but he's able to get it away in time and on target.
And that'll bring up Elijah Lambros, who is currently 0 for 2 on the day. Worked a walk in his first AB, reached by an error in his second AB, and then struck out swinging. Big 97 miles per hour fastball blows right by Lambros for strike number 1.
Yeah, that was a dirty pitch right there.
The 1, another fastball coming at 96 miles per hour right by Lambros.
Do you go hot and heavy here, or you try to get a reach?
Wouldn't be surprised if you elevate that fastball even more. Went 2 fastballs up in the zone, got him to chase twice. Looks like they may go low here. No, went back up in the zone. Went back up in the zone for a foul ball. Great job. Staying on it was Lambros.
What's so impressive to me with Middleton is, he's not a big guy. Typically you see these hard-throwing college athletes. He's just 6 feet, about 180, and he is throwing absolute gas.
And that is an off-speed that gets away from Parker, but Parker able to snag it up and gets out number 2.
Yeah, Lambros didn't even really realize that it got away, and that one went a pretty far ways away, too. Don't think he would have made it to first in time, but didn't even give it a try.
That off-speed there by Middleton just tied up Lambros. Could not get the bat off his shoulder. Put that slider right in on the hands. Broke on over on the inner part of the corner. Middleton with 2 outs. Fastball, 96 over his shoulder.
Yeah, Andrew Yu might take a step off the plate on that one.
Right here, though, if I'm Middleton, I'm flicking a slider right in there off his shoulder. Not literally off his shoulder, but starting at his shoulder as he goes fastball up and in again.
Yeah, went back up and in on that fastball. Both fastballs missing arm side right there. See if he can pull his glove side in a little bit, bring it in the zone. As the off-speed goes in low. Guys, interesting.
He tried it.
Interesting note here. As the lights have, as it's gotten later, they're going body signs here. Aaron Parker is now calling body signs instead of giving out numbers behind the plate.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess Middleton may be struggling to see those fingers that he's putting down as
fastball is up in the zone for a walk.
Yeah, that's one you can live with if you're Middleton, knowing that you're still at the bottom of the lineup with Ali Camarillo.
Does put the tying runner at the plate, the tying run at the plate. Camarillo.
And we'll get a meeting on the bump. Whole infield. All right, Nico, it's time to play everybody's favorite game. What is that coach saying? Read his lips for me.
So big moment in the game, late. So we're going to probably play no doubles everywhere, which will mean the corners will both be shaded towards the line. No doubles, right? You cannot let that ball. So the corners are probably going to play towards the line a little bit. If you give up a single in between the 6-hole and the 4-hole, then so be it. But you cannot let a double, even though there are 2 outs. But probably play a little deeper in the infield.
And we saw another earthquake while you were speaking.
Yeah, little shockwaves. Little shockwaves are happening throughout McKeon, as we've seen.
Yeah, nothing too major. Don't be afraid, folks. We're perfectly safe. Just keeping in mind what's going on.
And as that ball gets behind Camarillo, or behind Parker to a first pitch to Camarillo, we'll have you advance to second base. The count is 1-0.
I think we got a big wind gust on the crowd mic just now, guys.
Big moment here as JB maybe has lost his control a little bit.
Yep.
Wouldn't be surprised though if he comes right back in here and finds the strike zone with the count at 2-0. Brings it back with Osby. That's a great pitch to get strike number 1 for him.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to throw one of those sliders to reset, your release point and all that. So hopefully he's able to figure it out now with the top of the order due up next.
Yeah, a lot of time it's mental right there. Fastball up in the zone. Yes, he sure did. No appeal needed for strike number 2. But Josh, you mentioned a lot of those are just a little mental game. Keep your shoulder in, throwing that slider. Now we're at 1 and 2, 2 outs. Runner on second. Big moment here. Harbor Hawks fans are starting to get loud with Mariners down 1 strike to go.
Crowd coming alive here on Christmas in July. Santa Claus in attendance.
The 1-2. Off speed, not close enough.
Yeah, it looked like rider Matt Coates was calling for strike 3 right there.
I think just getting a little excited. That one went way off the plate.
2s are hot in the board in the top of the 9th. We're on second. Off speed gets him swinging, and that'll do it. Harbor Hawks take the W. 5-3. JB Middleton gets the save.
Yeah, what a complete game put together here by the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. They go down early, and like we said, and like we saw yesterday, they stick with it. They get the offense rolling, and it wasn't the 15 runs that we saw yesterday, but it was much better than when they, had the 5-1 lead against Harwich last time these two teams played, and then ended up losing that lead, ending the game tied. Certainly left a sour taste in their mouth. They pull out the win here tonight.
Yeah, and you say it's not that 15-run game. Honestly, I would almost rather see this than another 15-run game, because this is consistent baseball. This is something you can expect night in, night out, and this is what we've talked about before. We've seen a lot of crooked numbers be put up, those 4, 5, 6-run innings. Here you see 1, 1, 2, 1, and that's it. Solid defense closes it out. This is what you need to see if you're Hyannis. There it is, the final strike, swinging. And, man, if you're Hyannis, getting ready for the All-Star break, getting ready for the final push in the playoffs, getting ready to try to take the #1 spot from Katuitt, you have to be able to win games like this. Here we see it, fellas.
Absolutely, that's huge. Like you said, you're not always going to score 15 runs. You can't do it, especially in this league. So finding ways to win these close ones are huge. Scoring crooked numbers, but also manufacturing those 1 runs and allowing the Harbor Hawks. And then the bullpen, another great job, shutting the door right there. They scored 1. They scored 2 in the second, 1 in the 6th. All zeros across the board otherwise. What a game.
Man. And looking at the RHE there, 5, 10, and 2. 2 errors, still not a bad game defensively, but not as crisp as you would like to see. Still finding a way to come out with a win there is big, fellas.
Hey, a win is a win, and you've got to get them any way you can in this league where any team can beat anyone on any given game. So, nice win by the Hawks.
Well, and just like that, that is going to do it for the producer broadcast. Guys, what a time. Grant McNew's actually last game here at McKeon Park. So, very good one. We did get the win. You got to broadcast on your last game here.
Yes.
What a moment that was. That was amazing. Harbor Hawks win 5-3, taking down the Harwich Mariners. For Nico Sharp, Grant McNew, Josh Schreiber, for the producers back here, we have Jacob Irons, Mickey Doolittle, and on camera, Michael Kirsting. And can't forget our favorite sideline reporter, Bria Losick. This has been the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Harbor Hawks win 5-3. Have a good night, everybody.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family like my family.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not gonna have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.